All right, let's do a cheers to the Sobeys and Safe with Liquid Beer for the podcast.
We ride again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that takes hot.
Check-in, come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello.
It's not static, AM radio.
It's the Play Alberta Nielson Show. Let's go. Everybody tuning in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromala intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in, he's your dealer for life. Let's crack at 6 o'clock and log in with some sirloin bites.
The evolution of man may not be so great. YouTube trend has revealed he eats bananas like a maid. Just pinch the bottom. It's a banana for you. Just pinch the bottom. It's what gorillas do. It's what gorillas do. You should do it too. It's what gorillas do. Then they'll be just like you. It's what gorillas do. It's what gorillas do.
Some pin strap. Some pin strap. Some pin strap. The weirdest month is upon it. Charge. Charlie the Penguin. Chin strap penguin. Charlie the Penguin. Chin strap penguin. Charlie the Penguin. Chin strap penguin. I remember my first toy penguin. Hello. Oh, her name is Hello. Oh, her name is Charlie the Chin strap penguin. Just because I'm a chin strap penguin means Charlie. The chin strap is an aphrodisiac. The chin strap is an aphrodisiac. Confirm. Everything about it is perfect. There's good chinny and there's bad chinny. Yeah. I'm sure Ryan Rashad probably shaving in the hot tub as we speak. There you go. Beautiful. Charlie the Penguin.
Yo, YEG. Let's kick it. Ice District. Ice District. Alright, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice District, open, here's what you're missing. Rogers Place, shining so brightly. Get your tickets, watch Mick David nightly. Can he be stopped? Yo, I don't know. Give him the puck, and he'll go to the extreme. Nothing but a sick handle around the D, man. Make him look like Yandel. Damn. Game over, the night looms. No more 1/18th and poisonous mushrooms. Surprise, it's a new winter garden. I mean Ford Hall, I beg your pardon. Love it or hate it, you better get going. Ice District's the bomb and it's just exploding. If there was a problem, yo, he solved it. You're on the hook while Kate's just profits. Ice District. Ice District. Ice District.
6:09 on a Thursday morning. What's up? Thank you very much for being here. It is the Nielson Show. It is the Nielson Show on 95.7 Cruise FM. Get you back to classic rock in about 2 hours and 50 minutes. Until then, you are stuck with us. You can also listen on TuneIn. You can listen on iHeart. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for your boys and sub to the channel if you haven't already, as we are closing in on 14,300 subs. So let's do that, shall we? Good morning, Eric. How are you, sir?
Great morning.
Oh, man, you seem so fired up today.
Well, it's I'm almost got my Elite Eight all filled in.
The madness begins.
Yeah.
Oh.
Doing it in pencil, though. As
Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know how do you allow a guy to do a bracket in pencil?
It's just it living on the edge. No, not.
I will be able to see your eraser marks.
Once it's filled out, it's locked in. But I'm just saying, as you go, until it's completely filled out, you can still kind of, if you have a second guess. So
after you've filled it out, I want you to go over the pencil in ink.
I will. Yeah. I'll trace all over it again.
That makes
photocopy
sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, March Madness is upon us. The Madness begins today. What, 10:15 our time?
Yeah.
Oh,
TCU
boy.
and Ohio State, I believe, first game. So
the Horned Frogs.
You have the Horned Frogs and the Buckeyes. What more could you want? And I mean the Dukies as well. Hey, you're.
I don't want to. We're going to dive into some bracket talk around 6:45.
People are talking.
Spoiler alert. I'm taking Duke to win it all.
Spoiler alert. Duke wins the tournament.
I don't know if I have ever filled out a bracket that Duke was in and did not have Duke winning it. If I just feel like a traitor if I was to pick against them. Am I a little bit worried about St. John's in the Sweet 16? Of course I am.
You should be.
But
I think even years where Duke wasn't expected, you've just found yourself. Like sometimes you get to a point with a school where you're like, how the hell did they get there? But that's just how it.
Sometimes they do. That's why they call it.
It's
the madness.
Time to get mad.
Everybody's going crazy with the March Madness. So we'll get into that in the Nielson Show today and every day. Brought to you by Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Weiss Johnson, why don't you get your hands on one of those new Train furnaces right now? And then at the same time, you snag a hot water tank and you get 15% off the hot water tank. How does that sound? That sounds pretty nice, doesn't it? Sounds real nice. You also get an air conditioner, heat pump, garage heater, 15% off plus no interest for 24 months. It's a sweet deal. Visit weiss-johnson.com to book an estimate today. One of your text messages to the Paris Jewelers inbox will win the Royal Pizza text of the day. Order online today, royalpizza.ca, or visit one of their 14 locations in the Edmonton area. And now, limited time only, the spicy vegetarian. And the Paris Jewelers inbox, of course, brought to you by PJ's, West Edmonton Mall, Kingsway, Londonderry, Sherwood Park Mall, St. Albert Center, online at parisjewelers.com, Canadian family owned. You know why a good sign that the madness is just around the corner? I get up from a nap yesterday, and I get up, and Marshall's not in the house. I say, where's Marshall? And Tammy goes, he's out front.
Where's my son? Wake up and you're still half asleep. Where is he?
I walked up and I saw Elizabeth's shoes out back dancing, and I looked at Tam and I said, "Where's Marshall?" She goes, "Oh, I don't know." And then I yelled, "Did somebody kidnap my son? Where's my son?" Anyway, he was outside shoveling off the remaining snow on the street from underneath the basketball hoop. So that he could start working on his shot for next basketball season.
Doing Tammy's job, hey?
Yeah, exactly. So I went out and helped, and we got about half of the snow shoveled away. We'll finish it today, and then it's on. And our neighbors across the street are moving, and they've told us that we get the basketball hoop now. So it's becoming our hoop. So we're pretty excited about this.
Grand neighborhood presentation.
I think so.
I think you carve off some time.
I view it as some sort of like survivor ceremony.
Yeah.
Where everybody will gather around in the cul-de-sac, and then they'll choose us as the winners of the basketball hoop.
Yes.
And we'll move it to our side of the street.
Yeah.
That's what's going to have to happen.
You could bring a watermelon.
So, yeah. I guess I could. You're My Boy Blue texted and says, it's raining, it's poor. Is it actually raining right now?
It was earlier, yeah.
I gave up on that bit yesterday.
What happened?
Elizabeth brought it up at dinner again. And at some point, I just started feeling pretty bad about it. Because she said again, she's like, Daddy, did you really invent it's raining, it's pouring? I said, listen, where am I from? What's my province? British Columbia. That's where I was born. And I said, and what happens a lot in British Columbia? And Marshall's eating across the table, and he goes, it rains a lot. And I was like, my man, that's he was just crushing taco salad, and he's like, it rains a lot. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she goes, okay, but who's the old man? Was it Papa?
Oh.
I said, no, it was Great Pa. Oh. And she only knew my grandpa by like when he was 95 to 103. And all he did was stay in bed
and snore.
And so I said to her, I said, you knew Great Pa. He was in bed all the time when you saw him, didn't he? Wasn't he? And she looks at me again. She goes, you're right. He was. And then she goes, did he snore a lot? I said, well, he was 100 years old.
Yeah.
What do you think? She goes, yeah, you're right. And then
you had her.
I had her.
You had her.
But I felt bad at that point, and I finally told her. I said I was
She didn't
kidding.
trip you up. You just admitted then. She
didn't trip me up. I probably could have got another week out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were selling it hard.
Yeah.
So now her reaction to that though was, I knew it.
Yeah. She goes, oh, Daddy. I said, I know. That was a good one. Then about 45 minutes later, I tried to take claim for inventing Cotton Eye Joe because they're learning the Cotton Eye Joe dance like in gym class or something right now. And she was doing the dance, and I said, well, I came up with that. So she goes right over to the computer. She goes, hey, Siri, who invented Cotton Eye Joe?
There you go.
And it goes, Cotton Eye Joe was invented by the Rednecks. And she turns and she goes, Rednecks, Daddy. I said, that's another term for people who were raised on a farm. And she goes, oh. And then I told her I didn't know. I also didn't invent Cotton Eye Joe, but I really could have kept that raining, pouring thing going for a little bit.
You've now put yourself into another place where she will never. I mean, now she's going to fact check you all the time. Yeah,
she will start fact checking me all the time. That's all right. I'll be able to convince.
It was a good run.
A little bit, yeah.
It was a good run. You had that 24, 48 hours.
Sheldon on a parts desk says, enjoy the hoop today and tomorrow. Tomorrow we get 10 centimeters. We got 10 centimeters of snow coming tomorrow?
Clausen was in the hangout yesterday. I had the benefit of pulling him aside. I said, Josh, give me. I said, and he goes, yeah, there might be some. It's rain, snow. It's spring. But in terms of the temperatures and it's sticking around, it's done. We're done.
Are we?
We're done. We're out of it.
You know what it sounds like we're getting tomorrow? We don't use this term enough. Sleet.
Sleet. Yeah.
Are we getting 10 centimeters of sleet tomorrow?
It'll snow and it'll be gone by the time you get home and start hooping.
That's what I was thinking.
Or something along those, or the next day or whatever.
Look, if Marshall wants to make it to the association, he's got to play through a little bit of sleet.
That's a Canadian. Yeah.
Simple as that, right?
That's what the Carleton Ravens do.
That's exactly what the Carleton Ravens do.
They play all their games outside all winter long, and then they're national champions.
What a conch for a Carleton Ravens. All right, you can keep the text messages coming in. We'll get to those as we work our way through the show. Let's lay this bad boy out for you. We're going to get to your morning announcements coming up. We've got Tales of the North for the Oilers and the Panthers in town, the two-time defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers, who are going to miss the playoffs this year. Ha ha!
Well, yeah.
Right? Take that.
If you have the choice of making two consecutive finals losing and then making the playoffs in the third year, or winning two cups and then missing the playoffs in the third year, which would you take?
It's a great question and a hard one to answer.
Well, then you don't have to if you don't want to.
Eric, after a little bit of thought on this, I think I'd rather have the two cups.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'd rather have the. Have the two cups. Trev, would you rather two cups or just make the playoffs?
You'd rather still be. You just like making the postseason.
No comment.
No
comment. Obviously, there's a pretty obvious answer, and it's not on the Oilers side of things.
Okay, I'm reading between the lines here.
Yeah,
I think I know where.
But that is satisfying
to see them
Panthers
fans.
Suck.
But that's the dangerous thing. This evening. Well, they're playing to.
Oh yeah, they're all free. They're all free willy nilly,
and against the Oilers, who beat them earlier in
dirty. They are going to be so dirty.
It's going to be a nasty one tonight.
It's going to be nasty.
Good. Let Max Jones rain fire down upon thee.
Unleash him. Yeah.
I like that. We're going to get fired up for Gemco Fireplaces around 6:45 today. March Madness is here. And are you ready for Office Bracket Guy? We'll get into that a little bit before 7 o'clock. Jamie McLennan, who usually joins us on Wednesdays, but Luke Gazdick wanted to join us yesterday so he could praise LeBron James. Noodles is going to join us today. I'll look after the praising of LeBron when we get to the morning announcements. But Noodles is going to join us just after 7 o'clock. We'll get to your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day as well. 7:30 today. I got beef. Reid Wilkins is going to join us. He's known around these parts as a local legend. He's the host of the Reid Wilkins Show every single day from 3 to 6 here on Edmonton Sports Talk. And if you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM and you go, I just don't really want to have to stream on TuneIn or iHeart or watch on YouTube or stream on the audio player at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, you are missing out. The Reid Wilkins Show is fabulous. Every single day from 3 until 6 with the glue guy, Jay Milne. Reid will join us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. Kind of easy trivia. 3 questions too many. Scalding hot takes.
I have one.
You got one. I got 5. I would describe a couple of them as bangers, but not like straight heat through the
I'm
entire
comfortable
time.
going in with just this one.
What?
The rest is just decoration at this point.
Man, I sure hope it's Hernan's not allowed to do something because of Dahmer tape.
You know what? There's a path there. This is like the new Gazzola.
Yeah.
Like you could factor that in every week.
If we've worked in, there's always Gazzola
Love life
type of takes, and then now there's Hernan being whipped by Dahmer takes. Kind of easy trivia. 3 questions too many. Scalding hot takes. GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast. Marmot Basin Snow Report. And the wrap for William Huff. So we've got lots to get to as we work our way through the show today. 6 o'clock hour brought to you by the crew over at Ewell.
Ewell, your partner in power.
Yes, the 6 o'clock hour of the Nielson Show, brought to you by Ewell, your power play specialists. Ewell's got the gear you need for your next electrical project. With 3 Edmonton area locations, you can order online anytime at ewell.ca. Ewell, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. Let's dive into some morning announcements this morning, shall we? We'll get to the story in the National Hockey League last night in the second. Probably dabble in some association as well. But Trev, did you go out last night? I'll start asking that of Trev every single morning.
I ask him every morning.
He asks me every
But on the air. Every day on the air.
LT asks me that every single morning.
You're a young buck,
and you
man, around
laughed
town.
at that when you heard it. You're like,
that's why
pretty
I
funny,
just
but
said
I've
it.
heard that every single morning.
For how long now?
For
What's the
last
streak at?
2 years, I swear.
Nice.
But
Is Rob
it's
the
funny.
worst going to come in and distract Eric one day, and then Eric won't ask the question if he went out last night?
Yeah, maybe, but yeah, I know coming in every morning that I'm gonna hear the same question and I'm gonna give the exact same answer.
Not always.
For the most part.
Not always.
Yeah. Sometimes I do go
Usually
out. but-
Mondays, I guess.
Yeah, the Mondays are the Mondays. I always love it. Did you go out? No, I did not go out Monday night. But yeah, no. The simple answer, boys. I did not go out last night.
So you stayed in and watched
Stayed in.
Arlington Road?
I did not do that. I made
See, that's a good
Weird
point.
twist.
That's a good
Chicken
point.
wings, though.
No, but if you're not gonna, you should be.
I mean, if you're not going out at night, you should be catching up on these films that we're asking you to catch up on.
I should be doing that. You are correct.
Yeah.
I have a hard time just
You
sitting
should have
down
saw
and
the
watching
week
a
you were
movie.
gone. The guy got his undercarriage fixed over there at Hearst Automotive.
That's a
Shout
big
out
one.
Bob and Joe.
Those are your guys.
Yeah, Hearst. They do good work. And then he got his tire
Fixed.
because he needed to get his skate sharpened for the heavy hockey showdown.
Not so
he
different.
said, and then he went on a date with a girl. So J-Mo and I were saying, well, you can't drive to this place with a shoddy tire and a bad undercarriage, nor can you get your skate sharpened. So you need to do. So he did these things in order, and then eventually you got them all checked off.
Got it all checked off. But yeah, it's funny. You and I are pretty similar with the whole tire situation. I had a tire that was.
Will told
like,
the story of you filling that tire up and spending like $100 every single morning on the pump for like however long.
I must have gone 4 to 6 months just filling up a tire.
Yeah.
money well spent.
That was before I got responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine, I didn't have to fill it up as much as you, but it was like around a year. But it would be like every 2 weeks.
So you bought a new tire then, or you got it fixed?
No, I just got it fixed.
That's all it took. How much did it cost to get fixed?
$5.
Was it a rim job or did they just plug the?
I don't know.
It was probably a plug.
Sometimes
It was the plug. It was the plug. They said something about a plug.
Okay.
I didn't quite understand it.
But they got it all fixed up for you.
Yeah, he told me originally it was going to be $40.
sounds
I'm
nice.
like,
And it was
then I
that
went in
it was
there.
that tire dude that.
Yeah, and they're
He's
like
a good guy.
$5.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, sweet.
Did you? And you said you made wings last night.
Yeah, 24.
Whoa! Did you eat them all?
Yeah, I did actually.
You sat down and ate 24 wings last night.
Yeah, I did.
That's reasonable, I guess.
Song.
That's not glut. I don't think that's gluttonous.
No,
But you are a wing boy.
I was surprised though because when I go out, I have a hard time eating like 20 wings. But last night, not at all. 24 wings down
all the
hatch.
same flavor? Did you mix it up a bit?
No, I made my my house hot sauce, which is tremendous. What? It's great, man. It's so good.
It's your own recipe.
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
And then I was at the store the other day. I found this Thai chili sauce. Dabble a little bit of that in there. I like Thai chili. That's my go-to.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, 24 wings though.
That's,
Man, my air fryer
terrific.
is. I'm really getting to learn how to master wings.
You're
Pretty
a
happy.
wing master.
Yeah, I want to bring in some wings one day. That would be cool. But I'd have to bring in my air
Because
fryer.
before or after you're going to do splits on the desk?
This would be, maybe probably before.
Hopefully before.
Probably before. Yes.
Hopefully before. All right, NHL last night. Carolina Hurricanes hung 6 on the Penguins in Stewie Skins. Skinner made a phenomenal save that I tweeted out last night.
He did.
And people still hate his guts so much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, you should have seen the replies. Like, thank God that guy got out of here, man. And we'll dive into the whole Tristan Jarry, Connor Ingram thing with Jamie McLennan when he joins us. Dallas, Colorado, for the third time this year to a shootout.
Yeah. How tight is it?
And
now
Dallas
the Stars
wins again.
Stars are just 18 shots. Avalanche outshot them 34-18. But now, and I just want to get the
2 points
numbers.
back?
2 points back. Colorado hold the game in hand, but still, that's outrageous.
And Anaheim reclaimed top spot in the division with a point in a loss to the Flyers.
In a how Pacific is that, hey?
And they scored late to tie it up too, didn't they?
Like, I could see the division coming down to the final day and the winner getting it off an overtime point.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Claiming the division title off an overtime point.
shootout loss.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You won the Pacific with 91 points.
Here's a coupon to,
Yeah, that's not ideal. Did anything of significance happen in the NBA yesterday?
Well, LeBron James, he says no plans to be part of the Vegas expansion team bid as well. Off the court, I mean.
Probably because he'll still be playing. One of the most efficient nights in LeBron James' 23-year career last night. Went 13 of 14, 93% from the field. Michael Jordan never shot more than 80%.
He was 9 of 9 at one point or something? Or was he perfect?
And you know
Like,
what?
he's been
The
perfect for a
only
while.
shot he missed was a clear foul that they didn't call because he's got the worst whistle of any superstar of all time. But he had 5 dunks in that game last night, including an alley-oop that he looked like he was 23 years old again. Pass was way too high for Marcus Smart. Reached back, grabbed it, hammer job down. Luka was phenomenal down the stretch. The Lakers have won 7 in a row, 10 of their last 11. It's
Reeves didn't get the 20 though.
no, I know. And LeBron didn't get the assists. LeBron had like his biggest scoring game since he came back from the little injury there.
Yeah.
And Luka was automatic again. But Reeves had a bad game. But DeAndre Ayton was pretty good. LeBron was phenomenal. And Luka just continues to drop 40-point games on everybody. So it was a fun game to watch. I had to I don't even know if I can say this. I watched it on an illegal stream. I hope the Popo don't come wrap me up, put me in handcuffs and take me away.
Is that still do they?
I don't know.
This is like ripping music as well back in the day. Like, do we care anymore? Like,
It's not like I had to go to the dark web to do it.
No.
Like, I searched on Google. I clicked the first link that came up, and then I clicked like 4 times, and some pop-ups popped up. I closed them, and then I watched the whole game uninterrupted.
Yeah, if you're on the light web, it's fine. Anything goes on the light web.
I thought it was. I do feel a little. I don't know. It's like when I stream something that I shouldn't be streaming. I get a little bit of a rush. I get a little bit of a rush out of it. I do. Oh yeah, I'm looking around the whole time in my basement. I'm like, what's going on?
Peeking through the blinds.
Yeah, I tell Tam. I said, set the alarm.
Shh, quiet.
Set the alarm.
Too loud.
Close the curtains.
Shh.
I'm about to stream the Lakers game illegally. But it was worth the pop-ups to watch the
And
game.
Canada's team, the Raptors, 139-109
They
over the
rolled
Bulls as well. Yeah,
they
exactly.
rolled the Bulls. Yeah.
Lakers Heat tonight.
I know, and they didn't get in till 5 a.m.
Ooh.
I would assume a 41-year-old legend probably takes the night off. But we'll see. Maybe he grinds it out because he's the best there ever was. Grumpy Cat texts in and says, "What's this hot sauce, YTT? Do you want to share your house recipe?"
No, I'm going to text it to him.
Oh, so you are going to share. Well, why don't you share it with everybody? Why is only Grumpy Cat get it? If you're willing to share it with one person, why wouldn't you share it with everybody?
I just don't want to get it out there because I don't know. This is a really good sauce. This might be a business venture I do in the future. I don't know.
I hope Grumpy Cat steals it.
No, yeah, that's what I'm scared about. I don't want people stealing this.
Parkside texts in and says, illegal streaming is the next step after growing a chin strap. It's a slippery slope.
Well, it probably adds to the sexiness that you're with.
That's...
He's a bad boy. You're like George Costanza wearing that...
the denim jacket and chewing bubble gum.
You're a bad boy.
Yeah, Tam's gonna come home from work today. I'm gonna be leaning up beside a Trans Am that I borrowed.
Yeah.
If you're watching over on YouTube today, 44 likes away from changing 100, so let's hammer the thumbs up there. Tales of the North to start to set up the Oilers and the Florida Panthers as well, and we will get fired up for Gemco Fireplaces. March Madness, 'tis be upon us. So we'll get into that.
Florida or Vandy in the Sweet 16?
I'm a Vandy guy. I got Vandy going.
You're a Commodore?
Really? I got Vandy going to the Elite Eight.
FLO.
Ooh, looks like we're going.
I can always race.
Looks like we're going head to head on Florida and Vandy. Interesting. All right, 780-218-9999. Spruce Grove Corey, Dusty after work. Tammy, I'm a bootlegger. I could do some serious time. Who else out there streams illegally? And how do you do it? Send me your details.
That's how I was able to watch your first call, Senators Flames.
You?
Yeah.
Streamed my first call?
Yes, I did.
Illegally?
Yes, I did.
My God, Trev.
For Dustin Nielsen, anything.
So you pushed through some pop-ups
I did.
to watch my first NHL call?
Yeah, man.
Oh, my God, man. I love you, bro.
I love you too.
Oh, my God. Oh. All right, Tales of the North is coming up now. I actually do have a little bit of tears coming. That's that grade 8 drama top student coming through again.
Putting it on.
My God. All right, if you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, why would you go anywhere? The fun's just getting started. You can stick around with a couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update with Pauline Higgins, and you're back with us. All of our online platforms, we got a sports update for you. For Paramount Flooring, you're ready to treat your feet. Visit them in store, 10707 184th Street, on the West End, or online at paramountflooring.ca.
Game day as the Oilers look to make it 3 wins in a row tonight at home against the Florida Panthers. Join Tom Gazzola for the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows here on EST. Coverage gets underway at 6. It'll be one of 11 games around the NHL tonight. Last night, Stars taking it in a shootout over the Avalanche 2-1. Dallas moved to within 2 points of Colorado's Central Division lead. Calgary over St. Louis, 2-1 in a shootout as well. Anaheim falling in overtime 3-2 to the Flyers. The Ducks have dropped 3 of 4, but with that point, moved back into top spot in the Pacific. Cole Hudson scored on his NHL debut for the Capitals, leading Washington over Ottawa 4-1. Sidney Crosby would score in his return to the lineup. Hurricanes, though, winning in overtime 6-5 over the Pens, and it was the Devils doubling up the Rangers 6-3. Oil Kings all over the Hitmen last night down at Rogers Place, 5-1 your final. 2 games remaining for the Oil Kings in the regular season. They'll visit Lethbridge on Friday, and they're back home to host the Hitmen Sunday afternoon. Jays fall to the Orioles 3-2 in Grapefruit League play. They're back on the diamond later this morning, 11:07 against the Yankees. R.J. Barrett led the way with 23. Raptors down the Bulls 139-109. Raptors are in Denver tomorrow. Lakers are in Miami tonight, one of 8 games around the association. Miami, Ohio, and Prairie View, the last 2 schools to complete the first 4 last night. As opening round action from March Madness gets underway later this morning. 16 games on today's schedule. It all tips off at 10:15 when Ohio State face TCU. And over to the World Women's Curling Championships. Carrie Anderson's Team Canada with a pair of wins over Turkey and Scotland yesterday to improve to 7-1 and a tie for first place. They will play 2 more games later this morning at 9 against South Korea and tonight at 7 against Norway. And 7 Canadians will be teeing off later today as the Valspar Championship from Copperhead opening round action gets underway. Sports Update brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Our in-house team handle everything from selections to completion, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit our showroom 7 days a week or at ParamountFlooring.ca.
A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that draft lottery made us smile. Yet I knew if he had the chance, around defenseman he would dance, and maybe they'd win a cup in just a while. But Peter Chiarelli made us shiver with every trade that he delivered. Couldn't get to the doorstep. Kenny Holland took one more step. Can't remember if you cried when you read about how he wed his bride. Something touched you deep inside the day McDavid signed. So bye-bye, Leafs fans, go cry. Those tears are heavy, tell Trey Living that he can't even try. Them good oil fans have happy tears in their eyes, singing this'll be the day that he signs. This'll be the day that he signs. Did you know the cap goes up and they'll have more space to win the cup if Stan Bowman spins the dough? Now do you believe when he's on a roll that Connor can bury 50 goals, and can he make other teams look real slow? Well, we know that you're in love with him, 'cause when you watch, you have a grin. He's gonna get a cup very soon, and he went on Dry's honeymoon. He was a teenage wizard with that puck. Now he should make about $1 billion. The rest of the league ran out of luck the day McDavid signed. We started singing bye-bye, Leafs fans, go cry. Those tears are heavy, tell Trey Living that he can't even try. And them good oil fans have happy tears in their eyes, singing this'll be the day that he signs. This'll be the day that he signs.
6:38. McDavid signing song as he saves the team lots of money so they could spend it on Tristan Jarry. You can text us anytime, 780-218-9999. Nielson Show's coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio today. If you're listening on the radio and you want to chime in, you want to contact us, 780-218-9999. If you're watching over on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up for us. It is a game day, a rematch of the last 2 Stanley Cup finals. Interesting. We're 24 likes away from changing 100 over on YouTube.
More suggestions as well for petty crimes that you can get into.
Yeah, that's I think
I don't mind that. Somebody said jaywalking next day. Hey, Tammy, check this out.
Watch this. I've got like Looney Len is talking about getting the Fire Stick that gets unlocked, and he gets like every channel known to man for like $53 for 6 months.
Does this scare you a little bit more?
It does scare me. That does scare me. I remember my neighbor Darren one time told me about this app that I could get on my Fire Stick that had like a ton of channels, but like Quantum Leap had its own channel. It was just always playing something. But it took forever for me to sign up for it because I was just like, what if there's this big raid.
A police car drove down your street that day, and you're like, they're on me already. Like, they've heard the chatter.
I don't really do a lot of things that could get me put in jail because outside of the intrigue of starting a fantasy football league in prison, I really don't want to go to jail. I don't want to.
I think you'd be all right with the food.
Oh, I'd totally be okay with jail food. I could definitely when my dad worked as a jail guard in Cranbrook, they would get McDonald's pancakes for breakfast. That's what the prisoners got. It was phenomenal.
Saskatoon drunk tank as well. Would you get McDonald's breakfast there too? Yeah, you get a McMuffin and everything.
Like, imagine that. Imagine being in the drunk tank and they're giving you a McMuffin. It's like you're not in the drunk tank and you're going out to get a McMuffin.
I guess our idea of jail food was kind of wrong all along, eh? We've been eating it. But
what other petty crimes have you committed?
Finable offenses, hey?
Yeah,
not necessarily jail time, but something you could get a fine.
What's the sketchiest thing that you've done? Like, for example, Dirty Don texts in and says, Dusty, I can program your Fire Stick.
Oh, so an accomplice.
See, should I be doing business with a guy whose text handle is Dirty Don? I mean, that concerns me a little bit.
Yeah. You can pay him in Bitcoin.
Now, if I was ever going to do this whole unlocking my Fire Stick or breaking the fire or whatever it is, I don't want to do it myself. I want to drop it off at somebody and then we meet behind a 7-Eleven somewhere.
Yeah.
And we exchange the cash for the Fire Stick.
I think you crack it like those glow sticks. And once you snap then it starts to work.
Ooh.
All you got to do is
now I can get every channel in the world. Do you get all of the sports on a hacked Fire Stick? Like, could I watch Lakers games just on my TV?
All, man. You'll get TV from Kuwait if you want.
Well, I don't.
Well, no, but I'm saying, the option's there. I mean, it's.
Rob from the Grove says, good morning, boys. What about taking glasses from different bars, like Brewhouse or Hudson's? Definitely. Well, that is stealing. I mean, that's technically theft.
I know, but you've all got a fork and knife from the Canadian Brewhouse up there. Everybody does. Everybody does. Don't lie.
I do.
Don't lie.
I mean, I don't.
Well, Patty shows up here with 2 police officers.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. But can we still call the afternoon studio the Brewhouse studio as they haul me away? Lucas texts in and says, I didn't get any pancakes in the drunk tank. Oh, maybe you were in there in the afternoon or something.
No, that was the Grey Cup. That was 07. It's probably because it was a busier night and then you didn't get.
That's probably it.
You got to go in June or something.
They probably ran out of pancakes at a Grey Cup drunk tank.
Yeah.
Nolan from St. Albert says, I do have a hockey stick fork from the Brewhouse. First time I saw those at Brewhouse, it blew my mind. I was like, my God, somehow they changed the forks and stuff into hockey sticks. This is amazing. All right. What's the pettiest crime you've ever committed? 780-218-9999. Tube Sock says, I wasn't involved in this sketchy activity, but about 25 years ago, I did go along with a guy who had to make a stop behind a strip mall in Spruce Grove to make a handgun purchase.
Okay, well, we're looking for petty here.
Now you're smuggling firearms, Tube Socks?
Just keep it
unbelievable.
Humble brag.
Do you guys mind if we talk about the hockey game for a second?
No doubt.
Holy smokes.
Off the rails.
All right, it's the Oilers and the Panthers tonight. We're going to dive into the Tales of the North for you here. Are you ready, good sir?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not. Hang on. I got to get my wig on. All right, let's do it. Here we go.
Who owns the North? Who owns the North? Show me!
Maximus Jones, the first of his name, will have those mange tots filling the vapors, you best believe.
Tonight in the North, an all too familiar foe. The most evil enemies once again will grace Rogers Place with their ugly face. led by the former Rat King of Calgary, Matt the Hideous. The two-time defending champions have fallen on hard times. A shadow of their former selves, ripe for the picking. Standing in their way this eve, the man in the stenciled mask, cage closing Connor, the Grim Keeper, ready to suck the souls from the powerless Panthers. As the great Trev of YouTube once claimed, no Leon, no problem. For the mighty Oilers, as unlikely heroes will once again be called upon to fill those big, sexy shoes. These are the tales of the North, and may they be heard far and wide across this great land.
If the game goes sideways, you can always tune in to a new episode of the What Were We Saying podcast.
How much did Tube Socks and Big U pay you to plug the What Were We Saying podcast?
Not enough, but
my God.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. The Florida Panthers. Trev, I think that's the first time you've ever been mentioned in Tales of the North.
Yeah.
What say you, my man?
Yeah, it is, and it was perfect. It was perfect. Like it. I mean, I'm kind of speechless. That was, yeah, man. Like my favorite segment. Still is one of my favorite segments, and that feels pretty cool to be mentioned in the Tales.
Is this the best moment of your life?
Oh man, it's up there.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, man. Like
it's
that's
climbing the.
That is awesome. Tales. Like I'm gonna show this to my kids one day. You know.
My God.
Racket.
And I was mentioned right here. Do the
This is
Leo.
Yeah.
Right there.
What are you going to do? You're going to make a ridiculous claim
Yeah.
to your kids that you invented the no Leon, no problem thing?
Yeah. Well, I did. And so what did you say there? The great Trev of YouTube.
Oh, I already threw it away here.
Oh, it's okay.
I think I said here, I have it in...
Beautiful, strong.
As the great Trev of YouTube once claimed.
The great Trev of YouTube.
No Leon, no problem.
Yes. That has a good ring to it, boys. Thank you. That's awesome. So happy right now.
Can't take the Panthers lightly tonight. Like the Panthers, and we'll get to it as we, we're going to chat with Noodles coming up here. The injury page for the Panthers,
she full
at dailyfaceoff.com has 8 guys on it.
Yeah, you could start you could have a pretty good forward group defensive core.
Rodriguez day-to-day. Mikkola day-to-day. Reinhardt day-to-day. Barkov IR. Brad Marchand IR. Luostarinen, who I like, day-to-day. Gadjevic IR. Cole Schwint on the IR. Like the bottom 6 the Panthers are bringing into the game tonight. Nosek, Greer, Reinhardt, Kunin, Hinostroza, and Nolan Foote.
That friggin' Greer, though, hey?
Oh, he's gonna fight somebody tonight.
Again, they can't take them lightly, both on the results side, but also just because of who they are. Like,
you should really want this game if you're the Oilers.
But that's
right?
why I'm thinking, put Jari in. I don't want Ingram.
The Ducks don't play tonight, do they?
I don't believe so.
If the Oilers win tonight,
yeah,
we wake up tomorrow with them in sole possession of first place in the Pacific.
Ducks, no Ducks.
Bingo. Ducks are 1 point up on them right now. If the Oilers are able to get 2 points tonight, all of a sudden it's a first place Friday, which we haven't had many of ever on the show. So that's something to play for tonight, which is kind of exciting. A lot of you texting in all the sketchy little things that you've done.
Yeah.
We Oiler texting us says, Dusty, my buddy has a guy who he gets his magic box from. $150 a year. He gets every TV station, streaming service, everywhere in the world. All sports, news, every channel, everywhere in the world. Come on, that can't be, everywhere in the world. And what's his streaming services? Are you telling me he gets Netflix and Amazon and Crave for free on his magic box?
Who needs that much news, though? That's way too...
When was the last time you watched the news?
That's all I...
You do dabble in news?
I'm a junkie.
I probably haven't watched
the point where it's not
in,
healthy, probably, to...
With the exception of election nights, both north and south of the border, I don't think I've straight up watched... And I don't want this to come across the wrong way to all of our friends who are in the news media, but I don't watch you. It's just usually all a bunch of bad news.
Yes.
So why would I waste my time watching bad news?
Yes, you are Ignorance is bliss. That's what they say. I think Trev said that one day.
Did you invent that?
I heard him say that, and I said, Trev, that's a hell of a point.
Trev, you should say that more often.
No, I don't think I said that one.
Say it with me. Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss.
You say it.
I think that's the first. I think that's
Doesn't sound so fun after that.
First time I've ever said it right there. Ignorance is bliss. I don't even know what it means.
We're going to say you invented that.
Completely honest.
Hey, Trev? Or Rick?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
I'm just going to start throwing that one in there just to finish a sentence, even though it doesn't make sense every now and then. That would be funny.
Just throw it in there. Oh, ignorance is bliss.
But you know what they say, ignorance is bliss. That has nothing to do with what we were talking about, Trev.
But thanks, man. Yeah. Minnie Cooper texts in. We're talking about petty crimes you committed. After
we're collecting your petty crimes, then we'll forward them off to John Law after the show. And
yeah, you're all done.
A great fishing expedition here for us.
Minnie Cooper texts in and says, in grade 7, like 20 years ago, I would go to the bookstore in Millwood's Town Center and steal porn mags and then sell them to the grade 9 students.
Yeah, you would.
You would. I'll say this, Minnie Cooper. I know that's a crime, but I'm very impressed with you. As Trev once said, ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, absolutely.
Colby is in and said, my wife's sweet old grandma got me the fork and knife from the brew house once. I assume she purchased them. Now I don't know. Well, old people steal things all the time because they're old people and they can probably get away with it.
Yeah. If you get caught, I didn't know I'm old.
Rush, the beer league goalie, is in and says, on my 18th birthday, I jumped into the dirty ship water at West Edmonton Mall 15 years ago today, which means it's his birthday today.
Hey.
A conch for Rush, the beer league goalie's birthday.
Dip in the pond is on tap today for him, eh?
I guess you got to roll back, eh? Look at this. Let's get to this text. Then we'll get fired up for March Madness. And then we'll come back around to the hockey game with Jamie McLennan. This text comes in probably from a 95.7 listener. First-time listener. Oh. It's game day.
Is he calling himself Game Day Michael?
Do you want your name to be Game Day Michael? Or does he think one of us are named Michael?
It's oh yeah, okay. I never thought of that. The text says, there's a lot of ways this can go.
First time listener, it's game day, Michael. Let's go Oilers. You are awesome.
Yeah, it's just a run-on sentence.
There's a lot of blue and orange heart emojis in here.
Sure.
This might be a young guy. This might be like a young kid. Maybe.
What do we want to call him? Game Day Michael? Michael, let's go Oilers?
He's got to go in as Game Day Michael for sure.
Michael, okay.
Game Day Michael. 100%.
Only on game days.
Congratulations, Game Day Michael. You're now a thing. All right, let's get to. Is it warm in here or what?
Yeah, it's pretty hot today.
What's going on?
I think was it the rain? Is it humidity or something?
Yeah, Trevor, you're over by the window. You're always like, oh, it's so cold.
Yeah,
it's pretty warm in here today.
I'm not that warm, no.
I'm gonna have to roll up my sleeves.
You should feel my hands right now.
Are they the exact hands?
They're freezing.
Oh, your hands are freezing.
Yeah.
Thought they were wet and gross like Zach's hands.
They don't get wet like Zach's.
No.
They get cold though.
All right, let's get fired up. For Gemco Fireplaces.
I got the Elite 8 filled out.
Gemco Fireplaces has been proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. They're the authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need, they're available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. Are you fired up for the madness, everybody?
Yes.
Are you fired? Eric says he's fired up for the madness. I'm fired up for the madness. Who's running the old office bracket pool, the bracket pool? The bracket challenge. Who's running it? And do you still print them off and fill them out? I just can't do them online. It drives me nuts. In fact,
you gotta write it out.
Scott McCord didn't even invite me to his bracket this year.
Well, he broke his rib, I guess. So he hasn't even been coming into work hosting a radio show because he's got a broken rib. Classic McCord. So that's probably why
I should laugh at McCord's broken rib.
Well, no, you should.
No, but if you have a broken rib and you're sitting at home, you can't send out invites?
No.
For the March Madness bracket?
You can't breathe, can't sneeze.
I've never had a broken rib or any broken bone because I drink a ton of milk.
That's a pretty bad boyish thing too.
But drinking so much
never
milk?
had a broken bone.
I haven't had a broken bone. Not once in my life.
It fits with the whole vibe here.
I forgot to fill in who I have coming into the final against Duke. Now I've written it in blue
Doesn't
ink.
matter.
It doesn't matter. You're right. It doesn't matter. All right. Are you fired up to become March Madness bracket guy for the next little while? Right? All of a sudden, people are going to be talking about Gonzaga around town for the next 2 weeks.
Look, if you're not an expert in any sort of field, this is your chance to be an expert in this field for the next 2 days until it gets busted, and then you're kind of...
You can be that guy that walks in today and goes, anybody else on Troy today against Nebraska?
VCU, baby.
I'm on VCU.
Oh, I think...
Yeah. Do you have your...
That's the ticket.
Do you have your Final Four locked in?
I have my final 2.
But you don't have a champion.
Just have to crown a champion, and I'm
maybe
sorry.
I can convince you.
Well, I don't think you're...
Okay.
They didn't make it that far.
Trevor, I don't know if brackets were a big thing in Southern Alberta for young YouTube, Trev.
No, not really.
I've been filling out brackets since I could walk.
Start until EST. I wrote.
Okay,
got
so
my first bracket.
Have you even filled out your bracket yet?
Not yet.
You have to have it submitted to me or Eric by 10 o'clock this morning.
Not me.
Yeah.
Okay, submit it to me. And you're going to submit yours to me too, Rick, by 10 o'clock this morning?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. And we're just doing like our own little show challenge.
Sure,
here.
get it done.
Yeah.
No money, just good times on the line.
Yeah,
right?
for the most part, when it comes to March Madness, ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
I
completely agree.
Just it.
All right, so do you want to give me your Elite 8 or do you want to give me your Sweet 16?
Wherever you want to go.
Let's go Sweet 16. We got a couple minutes. Let's go Sweet 16. So give me your Sweet 16.
Okay, so I got Duke taking on St. John's.
Okay.
I got Michigan State and UCLA.
Okay, so let's stop there.
Okay.
I have Duke and St. John's, and I
Okay.
said earlier, a little bit worried about St. John's.
I love St. John's.
They shouldn't be the 5 seed here. So Kansas is the 4 seed. They beat Kansas twice this year. And St. John's won their tournament. Why are they a 5 seed? And Kansas is a 4 seed. Makes no sense. So I'm worried about St. John's. Anyway, I have Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, and UConn.
UConn, okay.
Okay. All right.
I will go on that side of the bracket. Florida, Vanderbilt.
Me too.
VCU and Houston.
Okay, I have Illinois and Houston. I'm kind of chalky.
Didn't take
now.
VCU that far.
I took VCU to knock off North Carolina.
Yes,
but then
not to
I
get out of
think
the-
midnight strikes for Cinderella.
The coach will turn back into the pumpkin.
Okay, let's keep working this way across the. Stay on that left side. So that's,
so
now who do you
we
got?
got Duke against Michigan State for my Elite 8.
I got Duke and UConn.
Okay.
And you've got.
I got then Florida and Houston.
And I've got Vanderbilt and Houston.
Ooh, you're a big Commodore guy.
I'm a big
eh?
Vandy guy.
Yeah.
I'm a big Vandy guy.
I got to go on Vandy campus once.
Really?
I got a
in
shirt.
Nashville, right?
Yeah, in Nashville. Yeah.
Man, I'm surprised you're not a Vandy guy then if you got a Vanderbilt shirt.
I used to be. Not anymore.
I mean, this year I'm totally like, oh, you heard about Nielson? He's a big Vandy guy.
Yeah, I did donate the shirt, I do believe, to Goodwill. You could probably find it.
Oh, we'll track that thing down
little
for our
Vandy
next
shirt,
Goodwill
for you.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right, and then who do you have in the Final Four from that side?
Final Four from that side, Duke and Houston.
And I have Duke and Houston.
Okay, so we get there in the end.
So we got there in a different path, but we end up with the same. All right, let's slide over to the other side. Your Sweet 16 from the West and the Midwest.
Arizona, Arkansas.
Okay, I have Arizona and Hawaii.
Hawaii.
I got a Hawaii 13 over a 4 Arkansas. Okay, keep going.
I have Texas and Purdue.
Oh, so you got an 11 in there.
Yeah.
I've got Gonzaga and Purdue.
Okay. Michigan and Alabama.
Michigan and Texas Tech.
And then I got Virginia and Iowa State.
And I have Tennessee and Iowa State. All right, who advances? Who are you going with next?
Arizona, Purdue.
Arizona, Purdue.
Michigan, Iowa State.
I got Michigan and Tennessee.
You're right in Tennessee. Hey,
well, I'm going to become a big Tennessee guy.
Yeah, you're a Tennessee guy.
Yeah, I'm a big
here.
Tennessee guy too now. Yeah, so I'm a Duke guy, a Vandy guy, and a Tennessee guy. Who do you got going to the Final Four there?
Arizona and Michigan.
I have Arizona and Michigan. We have the same Final Four. We got there in different fashion, but we got Duke, Houston, Arizona, and Michigan.
So Duke's a 1, Houston's a 2, Michigan's a 2, 1. Michigan's a 1, and Arizona's 1. So we
I
had a few upsets, but in the end, we got to the.
I do want to quickly throw this out there. So if you go to Play Alberta, title sponsor of all of Edmonton Sports Talk, you can go on Play Alberta and bet the exact number of the seeds in the Final Four.
Oh, okay.
So I bet total sum of seeds in Final Four at 5. 3 1s and a 2.
Yeah.
So if 3 1s and a 2 are in the Final Four, it's plus 600.
That's pretty interesting.
So you can find, I've never bet
that's a neat
total sum of seeds in the Final Four, but I bet it at 5 at plus 600, and we'll see how it goes. I've got Duke and Michigan in the final. Who do you have in the final?
Houston, Michigan.
Okay. And I've got Duke winning the entire thing.
I don't know yet.
Oh, come on, man. This is it. Eric fills out his March Madness champion live on the show. Michigan. Wow.
Till I erase it.
All right, we are in. I'm on Duke. He's on Michigan. Trev hasn't filled out his bracket just yet. Trev, you don't have to put a ton of research into it. I usually do a little bit of research, but we'll see how it plays out.
Just for the underdogs.
There are two things that I like, and this is one of the reasons I'm on Tennessee. I like teams that crash the offensive glass, and I like teams with veteran guards. Tennessee apparently is a great offensive rebounding team, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
All right, there you go. If you're not fired up for March Madness, what are we even doing here?
I really don't care who wins. I do. Hopefully, well, I know you have a pony in the race here, but I hope one of the upsets. Like I just like writing an underdog is fun.
The biggest dogs I have, like my Elite 8 are Duke's a 1, UConn's a 2, Houston's a 2. I have Vanderbilt there. They're a 5. And then I've got Arizona and Purdue. That's a 1-2. Michigan's a 1. And I've got Tennessee, who's a 6. So I guess Tennessee is my longest shot to get into the Elite 8.
Like out of my opening round, I did take quite a few upsets.
Did you?
In the end there. But
felt like last year was kind of chalky. Like a lot of the favorites won, I thought, last year. But anyway, we'll see.
So that's what the tournament's all about. That's what you want, right? If you don't have, if you're not.
I do want some of the big boys, but there's nice to have one Cinderella along the way, right? All right. That is going to do it for the 6 o'clock hour. It's been brought to you by Ewell, your power play specialist. Order online anytime at ewell.ca, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. We've got Jamie McClennon on the way next. He's our GS Construction Hockey Insider. Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. That bad boy should already be up for the Oilers and Panthers tonight. We'll check that out. We'll revisit it, and it is up. Plus 245 if you'd like to find it. Click on the EST specials page over at Play Alberta. I got beef around 7:30 today, and then huge bracket guy. I saw him filling out his bracket, I think, on Monday. Reid Wilkins will join us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. So that's all on the way. If you are listening on 95.7, a couple minutes commercials, quick traffic update, then you're back with us. If you're on TuneIn or iHeart or over on YouTube today, we got a sports update coming your way as well. If you're on YouTube, sub to the channel. Changing 100, Trev.
Changing 100.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get to that sports update. Brought to you by Expedia Cruises. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises. By all accounts, I think Chelsea might be cooking something up already for something else. It's Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton. Start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. 780-970-4834. Here's the update.
Game day as the Oilers host the Panthers tonight. Game 3 of a 4-game homestand for the Oilers. They look to stretch their win streak to 3 in a row. You can join Tom Gazzola for the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows here on EST. Coverage begins at 6. It'll be one of 11 games around the NHL tonight. Action from last night. Devils doubling up the Rangers 6-3. Dallas over Colorado 2-1 in a shootout. Stars move within just 2 points of the Avs' Central Division lead. Calgary over St. Louis, 2-1 in a shootout as well. The Ducks would lose in overtime 3-2 to the Flyers. They've dropped 3 of 4, but with that point bump back into top spot in the Pacific. Cole Hudson scored on his NHL debut for the Capitals, leading Washington over Ottawa 4-1. And Sidney Crosby scored in his return to the lineup. Pittsburgh, though, losing to Carolina 6-5 in overtime. The Edmonton Oil Kings 5-1 victors over the Hitmen last night down at Rogers Place. Just 2 more regular season games for the Oil Kings. They are in Lethbridge tomorrow and back home to host the Hitmen Sunday at 4. On the Diamond, Jays Grapefruit League schedule continues. Yesterday, they lost to the Orioles 3-2. They're back on the Diamond later this morning, 11:07 against the Yankees. R.J. Barrett had 23 points. Raptors win big in Chicago, 139-109 over the Bulls. They will visit the Nuggets tomorrow. Lakers are in Miami tonight in one of 8 games around the association. Sticking with basketball, Miami, Ohio, and Prairie View, the last two schools to complete the first four last night. 16 games, today's March Madness opening round schedule. Action tips off this morning at 10:15 when TCU battle Ohio State. And Kerry Anderson's Team Canada with a pair of wins over Turkey and Scotland as they improve to 7-1 and move into a tie for first place at the World Women's Curling Championships. They will play twice again today, later this morning at 9 against South Korea, and this evening 7 o'clock against Norway. And 7 Canadians teeing off today. Action already underway. Opening round action at the Valspar Championship from Palm Harbor, Florida, Copperhead course. Sports update for Expedia Cruises. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises, Northeast Edmonton, to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. Call 780-970-4834.
That's a GM's dream. Bowman and Jackson stunned at the scene. Whole league shook, headlines in bold. New chapter written, the story unfolds. Connor skating, Picasso on ice. Skating with Leon, every move precise. Let's bring the cup home, make the city roar, raise it up high like never before. Bring the cup home, let the anthem ring. We've got the fire, time for 5 more rings. Hey! Time for 5 more rings. Blueprint strong, now fill in the gaps. Trade talk buzzing, Connor's got maps. Missing pieces, puzzles almost done. Goal line spinning, the future's begun. Lights flash bright, crowds on their feet. The pulse of the city sinks with the beat. From the draft to the rink, the journey's begun. We're the heartbeat, this is gonna be fun. Let's bring the cup.
Just after 7 o'clock on the Nielson Show. Thank you very much for joining us today. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, tell your friends that the Nielson Show is back on the radio and better than ever. If you're watching over on YouTube today, you can hammer the thumbs up for us. 7 o'clock hour of the show is brought to you by GameSense. Win gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. We're going to go to our first guest of the day on the Firehouse Subs hotline, and he is our GS Construction hockey insider, Jamie McLennan, brought to you by GS Construction, where they once again are hiring now. For more than 5 decades, GS has been proud to serve our community. GS is looking for experienced top men, pipe layers, and operators. Visit gsconstruction.ca and click on careers to find out more. All right. Well, Jamie McLennan, it's been a while since we spoke. Last time I saw you, you were in a mad rush to catch a red eye to get back for deadline day. How did you hold up?
I held up really well, but the problem is I only slept like 2 hours that night because, it's only like a 3.5 hour flight from Calgary to Toronto. So by the time you get on the plane, and then they kept waking me up asking if I wanted something, I said, what I'd like is sleep. And they weren't giving it to me. So it was good. And then unfortunately we get there, and what did we have, like 10 trades
Nothing
the whole
happens
day?
for 6 hours.
That was, other than O-Dog coming out with a ping pong table outfit on, which was quite revealing and concerning for a lot of people. But it was good. Honestly, it was a quick turnaround, but it was a pleasure to work with you. We had a great night.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. Thanks for being there for my first one. It was a pretty good time and a big win for the Senators. Actually, you're at the airport right now, taking off to Ottawa because they're on the second half of a back-to-back. I did watch a good chunk of their game last night. It's kind of tough. Like, they had a lot of opportunities, but they just couldn't get the job done.
Yeah, they got goalied by Logan Thompson, and it happens, but the problem is they're running out of runway. So by my calculations, I think they've got to go like 11-4 down the stretch here. So they're going to need some help, but they've had a nice run here. And if you hit the ditch a little bit, you got to get it right back on the road. So they are running out of runway, but I still think they're the best team outside the playoffs. So they got to give themselves a chance here. And it happens hopefully tonight on home ice against the Islanders.
And I don't think we can skip over the fact that you're working on new headphones for the first time. Does this sound phenomenal?
Sounds amazing.
It's glorious. Glorious. I'm speaking right into the mic here. It's amazing. Yeah. I don't know how the look is. I still look like a homeless guy at the airport. But
you look like you snuck through security at the airport, but that's okay. All right, so the Edmonton Oilers tonight, they're coming in off of a pretty good victory against San Jose. They'll get a Florida team that's obviously had a so-so season, and we'll get into the Florida Panthers here in just a second. But this will be our second look at the Oilers without Leon Draisaitl. Do you think what we saw on Tuesday is repeatable for this club consistently moving forward?
It is, but I think it has to stay that way. And what I mean by that is, they let it get back in the second period where San Jose, you knew San Jose was going to have a push, and because they're a good team and they're very fast. And that's one thing that I noticed is when the Oilers looked off, they looked slow. They weren't moving the puck. They looked overwhelmed. And that was a good chunk of the second period where I thought Connor Ingram made some massive saves at the right time to even keep it at 3-3. But they got contributions from the players they needed. RNH slides into that Draisaitl spot on the power play. He converts the shot. Zach Hyman scores a big goal. And then they did get depth scoring from, a guy like Jones. I thought that fourth line really pushed. So the one guy who I've been really hard on, it was Adam Henrique, and I thought he played very, very well. And that's what you needed as a veteran to step up in the absence of Draisaitl. So I hope that Henrique can keep that going because, to be honest, I don't think he's had a very good year, and he looks near the end of his career. So maybe this will reinvigorate him and give him some pop here down the stretch for the playoffs. But I liked the template. I liked how hard they played. They've got to do it again against Florida. Regardless of where Florida is in the standings, they're going to get up to play Edmonton tonight.
Noodles, we know you've been on the Ingram train since the start, and you mentioned him there. 13 games to go, I guess, in the season here. Is tonight a night for Jari, would you say, with Tampa coming in Saturday? Does that scheduling mean anything? And if not tonight, how much would you see Jari or want to see Jari sprinkled in for the remainder of the regular season?
So what do they have? They have 14 or 13 games left, I believe.
13 left and just one back-to-back, not till April 7th and 8th.
Here's something crazy. I'd like to see 8-5. And the reason being is because I think you're going to need Tristan Jari. I really do. You guys know, I've been on the Ingram train right from day one. I think he's a really talented goaltender. And he is a guy who's going to give them an opportunity. But keep in mind, they made the finals the last 2 years. They used two goaltenders, and that was Calvin Pickard and Stuart Skinner. So I do think you have to get Jari's game going and comfortable and him feeling confident so that there is a push. And, maybe tonight is a game that you give to Jari on home ice. But, it's up to Tristan to play well too. Like the thing is this isn't a charity. This wouldn't be a charity start. What it would be is, hey, you've worked hard in practice because by all accounts, that's what I'm hearing is he's put the work in. So if he puts the work in and he gets rewarded for it, Maybe that'll help having both goaltenders kind of rolling right now. But I could see them going with Ingram here. The games are spaced out. You have limited practice time in the off days. So maybe you do get him into a role and just say, we're going to continue to roll this here, and Ingram's going to play Thursday, Saturday, and, maybe we get Jari into games next week. You can see the thought process on both sides, but I don't think it's going to be, 11 starts for Ingram and 2 for Jari. I do think, you should have a little bit more of a mix there so that Jari does feel good about his game going into the playoffs.
Jamie McClennon with us on the Firehouse Subs hotline here is our GS Construction Hockey Insider today. It's interesting. We've been talking about finding a way to sort of salvage Jari because he's been not good since they got him. What are you seeing, or I guess maybe what are you not seeing, Noodles, that could get Jari back on track? What's he missing? What's he doing right now?
Well, obviously confidence, and that's such a buzzword, so I'm not going to use it that much, but I've seen too much motion in his game. So he's played too deep, and he has been being caught moving. So it's weird, and it's almost eerie that, like, when Stuart Skinner struggled, I've seen the same type of things at Jari. Motion, moving side to side, not clean, kind of falling forward. He's not that goaltender. I think he's got a lot more skill than that. But I come back to the buzzword, confidence. He needs the confidence in the game. He's got to work harder to get to position. And you do need a little bit of luck and a little help from the team in front of you. Let's not forget, like, this Oiler team is Jekyll and Hyde. And if they're a mess in front of him, he's not a guy that can clean it up. He can be really good in a structured system. And, it's no secret he played well in Pittsburgh. And, it's because he knew exactly how they were going to play in front of him. Keep in mind, it's an adjustment sometimes to come to a brand new organization, learn the tendencies or the lack of tendencies of players in front of you. I've been critical of Jake Wallman. I've been critical of Darnell Nurse, and they've earned some of that criticism. And I think they've played better recently, splitting that up, and maybe Connor Murphy's helped that process. But those guys are not predictable in front of a goaltender. If anything, they're unpredictable and they make weird plays. A lot of times it works out, but sometimes it doesn't. So a goaltender's going, what the hell's this guy thinking? So I'm not blaming it on him. I believe Tristan Jari has to play better. Like, there's, no doubt about that. We're not arguing that. But I think there has to be some more predictability in front of him so that he can settle in and work hard to position and then use that big frame and the nice butterfly and some of the attributes that he does have. But it goes hand in hand, and it's the chicken or the egg. And if the Oilers play well in front of him, then he's got to give them a chance.
One more on goaltending, because we were discussing this yesterday on our noon hour show, the Oil Stream, with myself and Hernan. What do you the unrestricted free agency goaltending class this year would not be described as a strong one. So we were talking about Connor Ingram. What do you think an extension could look like for Ingram here in Edmonton? Like, I mean, they're going to need goaltending. If he ends up being their guy down the stretch, I think you probably want to keep him around. But what do you think that remotely looks like?
I think you look at Kevin Lankinen's contract in Vancouver, and I think that's something with a 4 in it, right? Like, I think it's quickly. I don't have it in front of me, but I would think that's like 4.5 or something like that. Yeah, he kind of got some
term too, didn't he?
I think he got 5 years at 4 or something. 5
years, 4.5, Noodles. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, remind me, is Ingram 28? I think he's 28 or 29.
He is 28 years old. And Lankinen is now 30. So, or actually, he signed the deal at 30. So.
Right. So I think somewhere like that, if I did a little bit more research on it, but I think something like that, maybe with a 4 in it, and you can give them 3 years, 4 years. Keep in mind, at 28, you're getting, for goaltenders, you're getting a real good chunk of their prime. Because goalies really do get good in that mid to late 20s, and then if they're good goalies, they can carry that on into deep into their 30s. So I wouldn't have a problem with a term deal that had a really nice cap hit. If and keep in mind, I think Ingram would be thankful that he got resurrected. Yeah. With Edmonton, there is a relationship there. I do believe he knows the Knobloch family well. Like, to me, there's a lot of things that would make it work for both sides. But knowing his skill set, knowing his temperament, I wouldn't have problem with a term deal for Ingram, because you could know that kind of what you're going to get. He's not a perfect goaltender, but I think he's a very highly skilled goaltender that is we'll have to see what his ceiling is as far as playing games. I still think he's a tandem guy and not a standalone goaltender. That's why I keep coming back that you need Jari to be playing well, because I just don't see Ingram playing 30 games in a row. I think he's going to need help, and that's where Jari's going to come in.
Talk Max Jones to us here. I think, the Draisaitl incident, you can look at it, and we were trying to put spins on things yesterday in a sense. But this guy getting into the lineup as well and forcing, with Draisaitl out, you're forcing Knobloch's hand to kind of not necessarily rest on the nuclear and load up the top heavy. But he only plays about less than 7 minutes, gets the goal, he's throwing his body around. Is that the type of guy? And we're getting a team like the Florida Panthers in town tonight who exhibited those types of players, role players deeper in the lineup to kind of push them the distance. Just talk about him for a second here, if you could.
What I like about him is he skates well for a big man. So keep in mind, that's, the league is fast, and especially in the regular season, if you can have a guy who's heavy and have speed, a Kapanen type, but I think Jones has even some more physicality than Kapanen. Kapanen's got more skill, but I've always liked Jones. I really have, and I just think it's been a matter of time whether he finds a spot in the lineup or not. You look at Szymanski, who's played well and is showing that he's got a little pop and some skill. But I think Jones could find his way into the lineup if he plays consistently. And consistently is up and down your lineup, up and down your wing, pushing the pace, but also being extremely physical. I wouldn't call him like a poor man's Warren Foegele, but because Foegele had better speed. But when I look at it, I think Jones has got good hands in tight, and I think he could be a guy who could be a mainstay there. And if he stays hungry, this is, you get a taste of it, and you play in the NHL. Doesn't matter if you play 7 minutes or 10 minutes or 4 minutes. Every time you're on the ice, you have to play hungry, and that's what Jones looked like the other night. He played with some pop, and he played hungry. I liked it. I think he's a nice fit there.
Noodles, tell us about the Florida Panthers, man. You would have a better read on what's happened to them this year being out east. We haven't seen them very much. I know, when you're missing a guy at the level of Barkov, it's going to impact some things. I don't think it's the main it might be the main reason for this, but I don't think it's all of the reasons that they've struggled this year. I know Bobrovsky looks like he's fallen off. What have they been missing this year?
Well, exactly what you talked about. Barkov's their leader. So your number one centerman's gone. So he plays in all the other situations. And then you had the injury to Seth Jones. You've had so many different things that have come kind of down the pike. Now, Brad Marchand, the injury, you look at it, they're just, I think it's one of those years where everything's going wrong for them instead of going right. And, it's just, I think there's so much mileage on them in the last 3 years that it's just taken its toll. You're right, Bobrovsky he's been a shell of himself at 37. They're still trying to sort out a contract for him, whether he gets one or not. They brought in Tarasov, the goaltender. I think he's good, but he's really big. He's a little bit like Mikko Koskinen, massive in the net.
He has a horrible glove hand?
No, but he's big and he covers a lot of net, but there's holes there. Like, he still hasn't shrunk the holes. He's just a monster of a goaltender, and I think he's a project still. I like his skill set, but there's still, like I say, there's holes there. And yes, poor Koskinen, this guy doing nothing right now. We're just taking shots at him. But I do think when you look at it, there has been, it's the product, unfortunately, of a team that's won year after year. You peel off a couple players, you try and add to it. And then, the players that are still there, I would say this. If Edmonton thinks that they're just going to look at the standings and go, Florida's going to be a rollover tonight, they're going to be sorely surprised, because Florida will get up for this game tonight. And I think that's where they've got to, they're not going to treat it like a Stanley Cup final. But I'm telling you right now, Florida would love to take a piece of the Oilers and disrupt their playoff plans. So I think that's the one thing that has to be focused on. Regardless of where they are in the standings, I think this is going to be a good game tonight.
It was a little bit of a shot at Koskinen, but it's funny that we look back now with all the goaltenders since Koskinen, and he actually had a .909 save percentage over 4 years for the Oilers, which they've been dying for ever since. So
you'll take .909, you'll take 900, you'll just take 900. That's the league average right now, 9 out of 10. That's it. You know?
Noodles, before we let you go, I do want your thoughts. There was a video, I don't know if you saw it, but on Twitter a couple of days ago, there was a video of Tristan Jarry just skating around in warm-up for about 12 seconds. And so they were like, I don't like how much, like, he's not working at all. Look how lazy he is in warm-up. And he got like over 800,000 views. And it just, I mean, being a goalie is tough in this market, isn't it?
It is. And, you know, for years it feels like it's been a goalie graveyard. But at the end of the day, you make your own destiny here. And Jarry has an opportunity. It wasn't that long ago that the Oilers goaltenders had back-to-back shutouts, and we were saying, "Boy, look at this tandem." Okay,
remember that day? God,
yeah, I do remember that day because I was on the show right after it. It was on a weekend. They had back-to-back shutouts, and you're going, Stewart who, Calvin who, and you're like, okay, but that's not the case. There has been a market reset on them, but I think at the end of the day they'll be fine. Tristan's just got to continue to work through this. Not everything's a perfect straight line to where you want to get to. So I do have faith in him, but I do think Connor Ingram is a guy who's shown the skill set that he can be a top-notch goaltender, and he just has to make the saves that he should. Honestly, that's all you can ask for. You don't have to, steal games. You just have to be good. And league average good is good in this league right now. 9 out of 10. That's all you can ask for.
We talked with Gager Tuesday after that video sort of surfaced, and Gager says a lot of the times, and I guess you could speak to this, Noodles, the backup goalie's just trying to stay out of the way in warm-up. Is that not what it is? Like
100%. Guys are flying around. They got their own puck. They're trying to do things.
There's no net for you. So, like, what are you supposed to do? Like,
I think the best thing you need to do is look busy. Just, stretching, bouncing to the music, waving to the fans, like kind of just look busy, look like you're working your ass off somehow. And, a lot of times as a goaltender, you could stretch at center ice. You can do power pushes side to side. You can make it look like, I say, fake it to make it. Just look good. That's all you have to do is look good. Take your bucket off and start flying around out there.
Show some. Why not? Yeah, people love it. They'll think it's great. Yeah, exactly. Look at the confidence this guy has right now. Yeah. No, good stuff, Noodles. We appreciate the time, man. Safe travels. Have a good call tonight.
Sounded great.
Thanks for having me. Take care.
There you go. That is Jamie McClennon, our hockey insider today for GS Construction, joining us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area. Easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, and made to satisfy.
Giving away my trade secrets there. Fake it till you make it. I mean, he's easy.
This show's been doing that for 15 years.
Don't let the cat out of the bag.
A couple of interesting comments. We're going to get to your Play Alberta Early Bird Bet of the Day here in a second. A couple interesting comments on the goaltending, though. We were talking about what Ingram's next deal could possibly look like. And he said McLennan, which is 4 years at $4.5 million. I think let me ask you this. Is it a possibility that Ingram could be 3 years with a number that starts with a 3? I mean, if Ingram goes to unrestricted free agency, is somebody out there going to give him a 4-year deal at over $4 million because of half a season with the Edmonton Oilers? I don't Trev, do you think so?
I don't think so.
No, that's what I mean.
I don't think a team would offer that up. And the Oilers be Oiler, and I imagine that would be the deal that
I think it's got to start with a 3, and the term's got to be 3.
Does the market as well affect that? Given the
it's an ugly unrestricted free agency market. There's no doubt about it.
Favor in that
but
regard.
Are you going to pay somebody $4 million to be a backup? Like, Ingram's not going to go. We love him here. He's been good for the Oilers. He's been very good compared to Jarry. He's been good compared to what we saw from Skinner. He's been good compared to what we saw from Pickard this year. But are there teams out there lining up to bring in Connor Ingram as their number one guy? Or is there teams that are going to pay him over $4 million to be a 1B or a 2B? I don't know.
The Oilers might.
Well, I don't think he's getting McLennan for 4.5. I think a 3-year term would be very generous from the Edmonton Oilers, and I think it's a number that should probably start with a 3. But knowing the Oilers, it's a 6-year deal at $5.5 million.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If there's any team that's going to,
but they lock him up. Huh? So we'll see where it goes. But if you do want to chime in on that, the other thing I thought was interesting in the goalie front, Trev, I was a little surprised by it when he said 13 games left, an 8-5 split.
Yeah.
5 starts for Jarry between now and the end of the season?
Yeah, I don't know.
Now, Noodles justified it by saying you're going to need him in the playoffs. Like, he thinks at some point you might need him in the playoffs.
Well, he can't
because they've had to go 2 goalies.
Yeah, you can't.
So you maybe want to try to get him ramped up a little bit, but I mean, I was thinking maybe he'd get like 2 more starts.
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards for sure. And like I keep going back to right now, you need the best goalie. Connor Ingram is the best goalie for the Oilers. And I mean, it's no walk in the park. Like they're not guaranteed a playoff spot, right? You need the best goalie. And I can't see why that, do they have trust in Tristan Jarry to get them those points down the stretch? I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah, it's a fight, and Connor Ingram, he's gonna help you in the fight a lot more than Tristan Jarry would.
Couple of text messages on this. We'll come back around to it with Reid Wilkins. He's going to join us around 7:45. He's a local legend. A Hot Take Kev texts in and says, if Ingram does literally anything in the playoffs, all he has to do is look across the room to Tristan Jarry, still under term for a couple of years at over $5 million as a negotiation point. I mean, that's a pretty fair point. Brent says, Jamie was such a great interview today. He's right about we need a tandem, and the reminder of back-to-back shutouts from Jarry and Ingram says we can have a tandem. I'm cheering hard for Jarry to kind of lock in at this point, make our playoff possibilities so much more.
Well, and that's why, like, to Trev's point, they do need wins and they do need points to solidify a spot. But then on the other hand, you do have to get him some reps. I mean, that's just, you can't go into the playoffs right now with the Tristan Jarry you have mentally or physically performing as he has been. That's why I'm wondering, like, maybe tonight you go with him. Would you go with him tonight?
No.
Okay.
I would not, no.
So 13 games
Tristan
left.
Jarry would not see the net against Florida or Tampa unless Ingram,
so you'd be looking
7 goals.
You'd be looking at like a home game against the Blackhawks early April or something along those lines, right?
Give me the schedule here. I'll tell you where.
Okay, so we got Panthers tonight, Lightning Saturday. That concludes the homestand. They'll go on the road for 2 in Utah Tuesday, in Vegas Thursday.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, they return home for 4 again.
Okay.
Ducks, Kraken, Hawks, Golden Knights.
I'd probably give Jarry one of the 2 Golden Knight games.
Okay.
Probably next week's Golden Knights game.
Okay.
Because that would be like 2 weeks off.
And then it's 3 on the road, Mammoth, Sharks, Kings, and then you're back home for Avalanche, Canucks.
I could see maybe 3 starts in there. 5 might be stretching a little
5
bit.
I was a little surprised at that, but I do get his point. He showed his work.
All right, what say you? 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Let's do this quickly. The 7 o'clock hour is brought to you by GameSense. It's important to set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. It is our Play Alberta early bird bet of the day at Play Alberta Casino Sports Lottery, all on the same app. If you click on sports and go to EST specials, you will find the early bird bet of the day. We almost hit it on Tuesday. We missed Connor McDavid with the 2 points. He only had 1. It was like when Donnie didn't pull a strike in Lebowski. Yeah. So we're going back similar fashion today. Oilers to win. McDavid 2 points. Bouchard assist. Could win the Norse. And Zach Hyman with 2 shots again. Hyman's cashed the 2 shots 4 games in a row. Oilers to win. McDavid 2 points. Bouch assist. Hyman 2 shots. Plus 245 after a boost. Find it on the EST specials page over at playalberta.ca. If you're listening on 95.7, you can text us. What's up next, you ask? I got beef. What do you have beef with?
Beef.
Text us your beefs to 780-218-9999. We'll give you our beefs. You can text us your beefs, 780-218-9999. Reid Wilkins will join us in about 15 minutes as well. We've got a traffic update and a couple minutes of commercials on the radio. If you are online with us on TuneIn or iHeart or over on YouTube today, we do have a sports update right now with Lieutenant Eric, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who thinks Jari should get 10 starts down the stretch. Visit them at 983 First Street in Sherwood Park.
The old switcheroo. Oilers and Panthers tonight down at Ice District as Edmonton looks to extend its win streak to 3. You can join Tom Gazzola for the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows right here on EST. Coverage gets underway at 6. Panthers-Oilers, one of 11 games around the league tonight. Last night, Stars over the Avalanche 2-1 in a shootout. The Stars are now 2 points back of the division-leading Avalanche. Calgary over St. Louis 2-1 in a shootout as well. The Ducks fall in overtime 3-2 to the Flyers. Washington defeat Ottawa 4-1. Carolina over Pittsburgh 6-5 in overtime. And it was the Devils doubling up the Rangers 6-3. Oil Kings playing their final week of regular season hockey last night, defeating the Hitmen down at Rogers Place 5-1. They're back on the ice tomorrow down in Lethbridge and will wrap up the regular season Sunday, 4 o'clock at home to those Hitmen. Jays falling to the Orioles yesterday 3-2 in Grapefruit League action. They're back on the diamond later this morning at 11:07 against the Yankees. R.J. Barrett had 23, leading the Raptors over the Bulls 139-109. Raps are in Denver tomorrow. Lakers visit the Heat tonight in one of 8 games in the association. Miami of Ohio and Prairie View, the last 2 schools to complete the first 4 last night, as opening round action of March Madness gets underway later today with 16 games on the docket. It all begins at 10:15 when Ohio State face TCU. Kerry Anderson's Team Canada rink with a pair of wins over Turkey and Scotland to improve to 7-1. They move into a tie for first place at the World Women's Curling Championships. They'll be back on the Pebble for 2 this morning at 9 against Korea and later tonight at 7 against Norway. And opening round action from the Valspar Championship is underway this morning. 7 Canadians are in the field. Mackenzie Hughes and Corey Connors both right now in a tie for 7th at 1 under. Sports Update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki. He would run Jari for all 13 games.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button. Thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as newborn 8-pound, 6-ounce Mitch Lewicki. You can picture grown-up Mitch, or teenage Mitch, or bearded Mitch, or whoever you want.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
He's a small town boy living in the big city. Got something shiny on his wrist, so pretty. Negotiations for a phone he did not budge. Got the new Google Pixel and they threw it away. Ciao! First watch, got the time on his wrist. First watch, now here's the twist. First watch, you know what's really neat. First watch, it tracks his heartbeat. What time is it? Now he knows. What's the weather? It's looking like snow. Does it have an alarm? Wake up after he slept. Have you walked today?
How many steps? First watch. Got the 5 on his wrist. First watch. Now here's the twist. First watch. You know what's really neat. First watch. It tracks his heartbeat.
7:38. First watch. That is a song about YouTube Trev getting his first watch. It's a big epic production that will eventually be being played at the Horowitz. That's a theater, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've been there.
ESO's version, hey?
I saw Raffi there.
Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It'll be a big thing one day. The Nielson Show coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio today. You're looking to play on lunch today. 3-piece bone-in chicken, just $8. Hand marinated or hand battered, 12 hours marinated. Thick, juicy, plump, delicious. 3-piece bone-in meal, $8. You're going to love it. Nielson Show today and every day brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Get that new Train furnace right now and save 15% off any additional mechanical system if you get it done at the same time. Visit weiss-johnson.com today to book an estimate. You can text us in the Paris Jewelers inbox. One of your text messages will take home the Royal Pizza text of the day.
Royal Pizza. Steals the text of the day.
So keep those texts coming in. All right, it's time for I Got Beef. What do you have beef with? Lots of people texting in their beefs already. That Owen guy texts in and says, I got beef with MLB The Show 26 removing the trade value gauge in franchise mode. With no trade values, every offer is a complete shot in the dark. All right, man, video game issues. I get it. I understand where you're coming from.
Love the show.
What are you beefing with, buddy?
I got beef with my innards because apparently I can't handle spicy food too much anymore. As you age, I think it's a thing. I love the spice, love the heat. But I think it's time I hang it up. Maybe just go mild.
What do you have recently?
I made, I put 4 chicken breasts in the slow cooker yesterday.
Yeah.
6 hours on low.
Oh, it sounds good.
Chicken tacos, spicy chicken tacos. I found a recipe. But I made the mistake of making a sauce, but then also adding a spicy taco seasoning kit on top. So I doubled my trouble. And
sorry about that, buddy.
I'm not well, I apologize proactively for what the studio will be because it ain't going too well right now, I tell you that.
All right. If you have a beef like Eric, 780-218-9999. Trev, what's your beef, buddy?
That sucks, LT.
It does suck.
Hot stuff is the best.
It is the best.
I made some killer wings with nice hot sauce.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
We already heard about your wings, Trev.
I know. No, that does suck. I got beef. Man, this one's just annoying, boys. I've complained about construction in the city, drivers in the city. I don't think I've ever complained or had beef on air with the conditions of the roads. But right now, man, just brutal. Yellowhead, man, it is pothole after pothole after pothole. Some of the worst, bumpiest roads I've driven on in my entire life.
Oh, no.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's bad, man. It is so bad. And they just come out of nowhere. Like one day I'm driving, no potholes. Next day, just the most potholes you've ever seen in your entire life.
Are you sure you're on the same road?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, heading eastbound on Yellowhead, right by Nate there, that intersection. Oh my gosh, man, it is crazy. Like there is a stretch I had to, like yesterday driving home was when it really happened because the day before it was like, oh, it was okay. But yesterday I had to slow down to go like 20 to 30. Like I'm not even joking, foot deep potholes in the road. A foot. That sucks.
That'll ruin your car.
And it absolutely will. And I think it might have because now I'm hearing this random rattling. All of a sudden, which is, God knows how long that's going to take me to fix.
A couple of years for sure.
So, yeah, man. But just, it was unbearable. I had to go so slow. Big trucks, lifted trucks, had to slow down because these bumps, these damn old bumps on the road. So fix the roads.
All right, there you go. That's a pretty common beef. Reid Wilkins will have a beef. He's going to join us here coming up shortly. Here's my beef. I have beef with security guards at stores that eye me up like I'm a thief. You know, like you're leaving a grocery store or you're leaving like Walmart or something.
Are you talking about uniformed ones or the secret ones?
Both of them.
I know. You can spot them out now.
I know the secret shopper at Save-On. I remember back in the day being good buddies with the secret shopper at Save-On.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if I should have known or not. But anyway, but like the security guard who's like standing at the door at Save-On, and I'm walking out with my groceries, and he's kind of giving me the up and down. I'm like, what are you think I'm here stealing my groceries, man? Do I look like a sketchy character? Now, did I legally stream the Lakers game last night? Sure, I did.
You think that's what they're...
But that's what it is?
Do you have a fire stick in your pocket, sir?
It's like, I'm not trying to steal anything. Why don't you eye up the sketchy people? Why eye me up? I'm not going to steal anything.
Speaking of sketchy people, sometimes when I do go into a store and if I know that there's this, you want to have a little fun with them.
You're messing with them?
Well, you can.
I don't have the balls. I don't have the balls to mess with.
Well, call my shot.
I'm afraid I'll go to prison.
No, but I want them to accuse me of theft, and then I get the last laugh. And then what do I get? Oh, maybe a little discount, maybe a gift card.
That's a good point, actually.
You know, like you think I'm a thief?
Yeah.
Huh. Take my business elsewhere, that type of thing. Like, but you make it really look like you're look around.
Oh, you look around.
Security guards, man. Can I quickly say something? This is actually, you brought this up.
I want you to say something, Trev.
Yeah, man. I've got a beef with not really security guards, but one security guard specifically.
Name names.
Last week, I stopped at Shoppers.
The old Shopper security guard.
And yeah, and he was just walking in the mall. And I saw this kid. I'm paying for, I forget what I was buying, but I'm paying for it. And this kid, pretty young, probably like 16, he steals like a Gatorade and a bag of chips, and he walks out, and this girl's just like, he's still like, stop, yelling. And I'm like, unbelievable. And I've never done anything like this in my entire life, but I go to the security guard, I'm like, that guy just stole.
You're a rat.
Yeah, I am, but it ticked me off. I'm like, that guy just stole. You know what the security guard does? He shrugs his shoulders, just... I'm like, what? I'm like, look at the cashier. She's yelling like that guy stole, and he has the audacity to shrug his shoulders, look at me, and then I'm just like, okay, well that's where.
And you were trying to do a solid.
So then I'm like,
citizens arrest.
Screw me, I guess, and I just that's what I get for helping, and then I walked away. But I'm like, man, the audacity of the security guard to just shrug his shoulders. No, I don't want to deal with that right now. So yeah, I got beef with that security guard.
Raw Dog Reid texts in and says, I got beef with the fact that we need security guards at these stores. I mean, have you seen the price of beef? Right? I'd probably be guarding that like it's gold bricks right now. I just wouldn't be eyeing me up because I'm not a sketchy individual. I've never stolen groceries. I used to steal from the bulk department when I worked at the grocery store.
Well, when you work there,
that's
it's
like a
different.
little bit different, I think.
I'd steal a bag of what are those cashews, pistachio, nuts.
I just always have like rosebuds in my pocket on night shift. Yeah,
you work there.
Yeah, it's different. It's like take it out of my pay, then I guess.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right, you can keep your beefs coming in at 780-218-9999. I can't believe that security guard just looked and shrugged at Trev.
Well, they won't. I witnessed the theft from a liquor store last summer.
Yeah, you said they don't even care.
Because they don't. Because what's
you know why? Because you just write it off.
What's the company going to do? Yeah, you get shanked or something? No.
Yeah, that's
take whatever you want.
Think about this: the security guard tries to do something, they get stabbed, then they sue the company, and then you might as well just let them take the bottle of vodka.
Exactly. You keep the cheap stuff at the front.
The easy stuff. This is
yeah.
Listen, sir, if you're going to steal, can you steal this stuff at least? Yeah. All right. Orca driver texts in. Is Orca driver a cop? Yeah. Uh-oh. Orca driver texts in and says, I'm not sure if this session is I got beef or confessions. Uh-oh. All right, it is I Got Beef. Reid Wilkins is going to join us here. He usually has some beefs. He looks like he was really enjoying the segment. He joins us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, and made to satisfy. Reid, you ever been to prison?
I have not. Thanks for asking.
Okay.
You're very thoughtful of you.
Get that out of the way, to start the segment.
That's the question you should have asked during the job interview, not a year and a half in. But, that's okay. So what you're saying, Dustin, is you're okay with employee theft.
Uh-oh.
Well, what have you taken?
So
all of a sudden, the boardroom table's gone, and it's at your house, Reid. Like, what?
Sitting there. See it in the background here. So you used to scoop chocolates out of the bulk and nibble on them.
And I put them in my pocket, and then as I'm working night shift, I'd nibble on the odd rosebud.
And did you ever sense that any of your colleagues knew you were doing that?
Well, I mean, 3 of my best buddies worked with me, and we were all doing it. So, yeah, they knew.
Pretty much a gang.
Yeah, we were pretty much like a save. We were the bulk boys. We were the bulk boys. That was our gang.
The Rosebud Boys.
Yeah, the Rosebud Boys.
Just a little bit of Citizen Kane mixed in somehow.
The rowdy Rosebud Boys. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, those are some good stories, guys. Really, really good stories. I guess maybe the security guards can't leave the store. Like, are they told not to chase anybody? I don't know.
Probably.
Like, have you ever?
They're just like the point of call.
I think they're supposed to scare you from stop stealing, but won't do anything about it if you do steal. No. It's kind of what it sounds like.
Unless maybe they see it.
Yeah.
Like, they got to be allowed to do stuff in the store, but maybe if they go outside the store, it's like, well, what are you going to do? I don't know.
Legal thing.
Yeah, I guess. What are you beefing with, Reid? You beefing with anything?
Well, I'm laughing so much now listening to you guys. I just, I have a beef with puddles. Like, it's too much, all the miltage. Like, maybe, I don't know, a lot of better drainage or something. Like, I walked 2 blocks last night, and you're detouring and trying to, like, you got to walk over on the snow, which is icy because the puddles are taking up so much of the sidewalk. This is actually, as we know, the winter can be tough. Like, everybody listening knows the winter can be tough. It can be cold. There can be a lot of snow. Some of us have to shovel. There's not a lot of light. But I have always found this time of year to be the most distasteful in Edmonton because it's warming up, but you can't really enjoy being outside because there are so many puddles and there's still enough snow and ice to make things inconvenient. And the snow and ice that lingers is just disgustingly dirty.
It's gross.
Like, at least when there's a fresh blanket of snow, at least it's kind of white and it can have a certain aesthetic value. This is just yucky. Like, everything just looks yucky and dirty and black and brown. And then there are just puddles everywhere.
Well, and then we have dust season to come.
Oh, God. Don't even get me started on dust season. That's going to be a good 3 weeks in April.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I really think there really isn't a spring in Edmonton. Like, it goes from winter to all this dirtiness. And then one day everything melts. And maybe the dust goes away or you get a rain. And then, like, one day, and the day varies. Like, some years it could be March 19th. Other years it could be May 27th, where you wake up and you look outside. It's like, oh, it's summer. When did that happen? It's not dirty. Everything melted. There aren't puddles everywhere. And I can actually go for a nice walk without having to play steeplechase. That's the one where they hop over the big puddle.
Is that the big puddle and they hop over bushes? I think. Is that steeplechase? Is that the one with foxes? The one with horses. The one with the humans. The track and field event. Oh. Remember they have those big hurdles and the one they got to go through the water hazard. Oh, okay. Maybe I don't know. The weirdest race ever. I'm gonna have to go watch the steeplechase now. I'm kind of intrigued by it.
Just put track and field steeplechase.
I'm gonna look that up.
There's I think there's only 3 hurdles, but they're higher because they actually step on the top of the hurdle. And they all go over the same one. There aren't lanes. It's a big wide hurdle. It's high. It's sturdier. I think there's only 3 per lap. Maybe there's 4.
Oh, this looks hilarious. Yeah.
And one of them is a water pit. It's like, wow, what if we made one a water pit? Like, okay.
You don't want to hit those, hey?
Yeah, it kind of seems unnecessary to just have water right there, but whatever. I mean, they obviously like it. Did you fill out your bracket? Who do you have winning your bracket?
Iowa State.
Ooh. Whoa. I got Iowa State not even getting to the Elite Eight.
Are we doing is there a work one?
Well, I don't know. The three of us sort of just filled it out on our show. Have all the shows filled them out on their own? I guess technically,
no, we
that's
didn't.
The case, then we can.
We haven't. I filled mine out. So I have a buddy. We went to Nate together. So like 98, 99, and he's been doing a bracket ever since then.
I love that.
Ever since we were Nate students, it's still only $10 to get in because he tries to bring in as many people as possible. Now he works at a radio station in Calgary. And he tries to get as many people in. So his shtick with the $10 is if somebody says, "Oh, I don't want to waste my money. I don't follow NCAA basketball." He's like, "Well, most people don't follow NCAA basketball. You could just fill out the bracket for fun.
You're almost on a level playing field with everybody else."
The seeds tell you who should win, especially if it's a wide margin. So he sent out the call for the bracket on Monday. I immediately found a printable one, printed it up, scanned it Monday night, and sent it back to him. Just transferred my $10. I did about 10 minutes of research.
I was going to say, how much research did you do? Yeah,
that's about it. I think I might have it on saved on my computer. I wonder if I can open it. Hey,
Eric and I actually we went about it different ways, but Eric and I ended up with the exact same Final Four.
Yeah.
So
really,
yeah. We'll see how it works.
If you could read your entire bracket to us right now,
starting at the left and just all the way across, that would be great.
Yeah, I can't find it right now.
Okay,
but here's my 2026 NCAA bracket. Okay,
give us that Final Four there.
This is exciting. I've got the final now. It needs a little status bar, Trev, you put up on the screen. My Final Four is Duke.
Yes.
Illinois.
Ooh.
Arizona.
Yes.
And Iowa State.
So Eric and I are Duke.
Took 2 1s, a 3, and a 2.
Yeah, we went 3 1s and a 2. So we're Duke and Houston, and then Arizona and Michigan. So we'll see how it plays out. It is a glorious time of year if you love basketball, and college basketball is outstanding to watch.
Just even after the games in the opening round, thick and fast.
So many days today. It's gonna be great today.
What's more fun than filling out a bracket of that size? Like I always like the NHL bracket challenge. It's like it takes 4 seconds to out. It's like, oh, this team's already won. Okay, there's like 2 possibilities.
This is the mother of all sports brackets right here. That's why it's the one. Yeah, we get sucked in every year, and it's a good time. I am going to be pissed. I was thinking about it as I was filling this out yesterday on my desk. If you go online, you can win $1 million or $100 million with the perfect bracket. I will be pissed if I do like a fill-in bracket like this and I get it perfect. I'll be so mad that I didn't enter it in the $1 million bracket challenge.
That'd be crazy.
That would be absolutely. It's never going to happen. But that would be the worst.
This is when it would happen.
Hey, so we had Jamie McClennon on earlier today, and he said that he wouldn't mind seeing in the 13 final games for the Oilers, 8 for Ingram and 5 to Jari, because he thinks at some point you're probably going to need Jari for a game here or there come playoff time. I was a little surprised by that split, but what do you think of that type of workload for Jari?
I don't like it. I think Jari will get 3 starts at the absolute most.
I thought that was his max too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it might even be 11 and 2. I do think you have to play him at some point, and there is a back-to-back. And there are practices in which coaches see guys, hopefully putting in the work and improving. So if he does that, I think that has to be rewarded at some point. But there's no doubt who the better goalie is. I mean, you can't even debate that. The Oilers need points. And I think you need to see also how Ingram handles the workload down the stretch. So I think he's going to be playing a ton. I mean, maybe they'll approach it differently. We've seen, obviously, Knobloch and his staff surprised us a lot in the past. But given how the games, like this is the funny thing for the Oilers, in terms of the pace, this is their easiest part of the season because they've been at the top in games played all year long. Like since the 3rd week of the season, they've been the most games played or tied for the most games played. So now they actually have sort of some spacing to their games for the most part. And you could play the same goalie if you want to. I think Ingram has been a great story. Like his stats are not eye-popping. Like they're good, I guess, in the NHL. I mean, let's face it, being in the 890s now kind of makes you an average goalie with save percentage. But he doesn't let in back-breaking goals, or he doesn't let in goals that make you roll your eyes. He cleans up the medium-range wrist shots. He's pretty good being big and stopping screenshots from the point. even that second period against San Jose, well, the Sharks won the period 2-0. He made a lot of good saves.
Yeah, he was their best player that period.
So, with other goalies the Oilers have had this year, that could have been a 3 or 4 goal period, and the Oilers are trailing going into the third instead of being behind. I think he'll play a lot. Somebody on the postgame show the other day compared this Oilers team to 05-06. I don't know if that's accurate, but the way the goalie gets used down the stretch could be accurate because Rolison played once he came, he played every game until Conklin played the last game of the season. Now, Ingram's been here longer, obviously, but we could see where they got to roll with him because they got to get points and they got to get somebody ready for the playoffs.
Dustin mentioned there's that one back-to-back, 13 games left for the Oilers. Their final game is at home against the Canucks. Are one of those Jarry starts tonight against the Panthers?
I would be shocked. Like, well, okay. I wouldn't. I wouldn't see. Well, other than okay, what would be the logic of putting Jarry in tonight? Other than Ingram, has Ingram started 3 in a row or 4 in a row? 3 in a row.
Some people talking about the fact that it is the Panthers, and there's a bit of a grudge there. I mean, this is just theory that people have been making the case with, and that there are a couple of guys on that roster that maybe the Panthers aren't playing for anything. They'll be out for blood.
So it could be nasty.
Well, it could be nasty. And so that's the reasoning going into that, I guess. Outside of that, again, and saying 3 out of the 13, where do you do them? And there's some other. We went over the schedule. You had a couple of other games that you noted that you would probably.
There's a few spots.
So it's just. I'm just wondering your thoughts on if maybe tonight would be one of those.
Yeah,
nights,
I'd be super surprised.
Okay.
If they put Jarry in tonight, then they're basically saying we're never going to let a guy go more than a week without playing. We're always going to find him a start to keep him active.
Yeah, that
would be the only reason for starting Jarry. Like performance-wise, there's no justification, unfortunately, for putting him in. And imagine. Well, it doesn't matter if you're going to the game or not. Like Oilers fans watching the game tonight, like how tense are you every time the offensive team gets the puck, even over the blue line? That something's going to go in. I'm sure, at least to some extent, the Oilers players now feel that way with Jarry. Like they can't be thinking like, he's got our back. Yeah. He's going to clean it up. Like Ingram cleans up a lot. He's patient. Pucks don't get through him. I'd be like I said, Knobloch surprised me before. I'd be really surprised if they went with Jarry tonight. But then they're basically saying, okay, Ingram's never going to play more than 2 or 3 games in a row the rest of the way. Then maybe it would be 8 and 5. Basically every Wednesday to Friday, one of those games Jarry would play. But man, oh man, I think they need to start the best players. I think they need to send that message. I think they need to make sure Ingram's ready for first of all, Ingram gets them into the postseason and is ready for the postseason.
What do you think Ingram's there's a contract there, you think? And what do you think it looks like?
Yeah, it probably would be 3 years, I would think. Now, maybe he as a player would I don't know what he would think as a player. Would he be like, I just want as much security as possible. I got to cash in now. Or would he still be like, okay, I got to prove myself. I was kind of out of the league for a while.
Yeah.
I'll just take something where I can get back up, proving myself. I heard you guys talking about it earlier. I would think it would be 3 or 4 years. It might depend on the playoffs. If he takes you deep, does he become a $5 or $6 million goalie? Would he have that leverage?
If he all of a sudden stands on his head and gets you to the conference final in a year when a lot of people, thought maybe you wouldn't be back there, there could be a case for that.
Yeah, and is he or his agent going to say, well, you have to pay him at least as much as the guy you traded for and can't play, right?
If I was his agent, I would definitely start there. I don't know if it works, but you got to try that.
You'd probably have to start there. But he would have some leverage here because, again, who else do the Oilers have?
And it's a bad unrestricted free agency class.
Yeah.
Right. So now, having said that, if they wind up overpaying by $1 million or $2 on a goaltender who played well, that'd be better than some of the other overpays or no move clauses they have if he actually performs. But to me, he might be the story of the year as an individual. Like we all talked about it. How can you call this guy up? He's .840 in the minors. How can you possibly call him up? And he's come up and he's been quite good. He's not spectacular, but solid NHL goaltending. He gives them a chance to win almost every night.
And what he's battled from off the ice.
Yeah,
knowing his history. It's
very nice, trending in the right direction right now. What's coming up in the Reid Wilkins Show today, buddy?
Florida Panthers play-by-play voice Doug Plagans, who had a Beisenberger last night because I hung out with him.
Really? Doesn't he collect sports cards?
He's a massive sports card guy. That'll probably be the bulk of the interview, actually.
Okay, good.
He's a massive sports card guy. Belzy's on today as well. I think we have a Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week coming up.
What did he have? What did you say he had for dinner last night?
He had a Beisenberger, and I took him to Brewster's. He'd never been.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm going tonight.
Had a Beisenberger.
Wing night. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, wow. What are the odds of that?
And you went out after that barbecue you got dropped off yesterday.
Yeah, I did not eat.
Delicious.
I did not eat. I had a pint.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't eat. I didn't need to eat.
Don't blame you, man.
After Mel from Dark Side of the Grill came by, that was incredible. Oh my God, it was good.
Reid, good stuff, buddy. We'll see you around the office later.
All right, love you guys.
Hey, we love you too, Reid Wilkins.
I love you as well.
My God. If you missed that yesterday, go back to the Reid Wilkins Show. Check it out on YouTube. I'll watch it pop over there.
Looked phenomenal. The spread looked insane.
The barbecue that they got yesterday there was absolutely incredible. All right, the 7 o'clock hour has been brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. We've hit 2 in a row on trivia, including Aya yesterday, who made her debut and absolutely just crushed it.
Aya, not the worst.
Kind of easy trivia. If you want to play right now, text Trev, 780-218-9999. Gift certificate to Mr. Mike's is up for grabs, 780-218-9999. We also need a couple questions for 3 questions too many. Sports questions, Oilers questions, non-Oilers questions, non-sports questions, life questions, shoplifting questions. So many different questions. 780-218-9999. Send those questions over to us. We'll dive into some answers on that. Scalding Hot Takes is coming up. GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast, Marmot Basin Snow Report, the wrap for William Huff. Lots to get to. If you're listening on 95.7, that's a pretty good third hour, right? Stick around. Don't go anywhere. If you're listening online on TuneIn or iHeart or over on YouTube today, we do have a sports update for you. Brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood.
Windsor, the experts you need to know.
I wanted to see, I haven't been looking at, you said, I wanted to see what all the fuss was about there.
Windsor, the experts you need to know.
Yeah, you did it. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Game day as the Oilers look to make it 3 straight wins when they host the Panthers tonight. Join Tom Gazzola for the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows here on EST. Coverage gets underway at 6. It's one of 11 games around the NHL tonight. Action from last night saw the Stars move within 2 points of the Avalanche as they defeat Colorado 2-1 in a shootout. Calgary also over St. Louis 2-1 in a shootout. The Ducks fall in overtime 3-2 to the Flyers. Washington over Ottawa 4-1. Carolina defeating Pittsburgh 6-5 in overtime. And it was the Devils doubling up the Rangers 6-3. Oil Kings with a 5-1 victory over the Hitmen last night down at Rogers Place. They'll play out the regular season tomorrow in Lethbridge and back home Sunday against the Hitmen. Final week of Grapefruit League action for the Jays saw them fall to the Orioles 3-2 yesterday. They're back on the diamond later this morning at 11:07 against the New York Yankees. Raptors the big road win, 139-109 over the Bulls. They're in action tomorrow in Denver. Lakers visit the Heat tonight in one of 8 games in the association. Opening round action from March Madness gets underway later today with 16 games on the schedule. It all begins at 10:15 when Ohio State take on TCU. Carrie Anderson's Team Canada rink with a pair of wins over Turkey and Scotland to improve to 7-1 at the World Women's Curling Championships. They will play 2 more later this morning at 9 against South Korea and this evening at 7 against Norway. An opening round action from the Velspar Championship is underway. 7 Canadians in the field. Corey Connors in a tie for 8th. He is 1 under through 7. Sports Update brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Somebody once told me that I had got to grow the facial hair that make me look fine. He was looking super cool. The ladies, man, how they drool at the shape of a U on his jawline. Well, you look amazing cause you just stopped shaving. The chicks line up so you're always dating. Doesn't make sense to have a full beard. You think it looks cool but it just looks weird. So much to do, so much to win. So grow it ear to ear around your chin. You'll never know if it will grow. So don't shave and just let it go. Hey now, grow a chin strap. Get that hair on your face. Hey now, grow a chin strap. Coolest dude in the place. And now that we are in March, let's all come together and celebrate Charge. It's a cool look, and as you get older, your chin stays warm and your life gets bolder. Hashtag Charge if you're on Twitter. Nelson had a chin strap in his wedding pictures. If you want, you shave it pretty thin. People use their eyes to be staring at your chin. My strap straight fire? How about yours? You're just so popular you never get bored. Hey now, grow a chin strap. Get that hair on your face. Hey now, grow a chin strap. Coolest dude in the place. And now that we are in March, let's all come together and celebrate Charge. Just a forward named Matt who plays for the Flames. A punk or a coward, a few of his names. He likes shooting and scoring and hits in the back. And when you're not looking, that's when he'll attack. He runs with his gloves, they're glued on his hands. Now it's pretty clear he's hated by fans. But sometimes that just ain't enough to keep a rat like him interested. Oh no, no way. No, he's got to go out and take runs at someone else's expense. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. He makes dirty hits we don't want in the game, then covers up his head and hides in shame. He's a turtle. He's a turtle. Yo, he's a turtle. Yo, yo. He's a turtle. For your back and then leaves his feet while George and the league are saying, hey, that's sure neat. He's a turtle. He's a turtle. Yo, he's a turtle. Yo, yo. He's a turtle. He's a turtle. He's a turtle. He ducks and he runs to much safer spaces while players with a sack are getting punched in their faces. He's a turtle. He's a turtle. He's a turtle. Yo, yo. He's a turtle. He's a turtle, yo, yo. Maybe we shouldn't be singing this song with Dowdy and Cassian singing along. Maybe he'll find and prove us all wrong. Nah, he's a turtle. He's a turtle. He's a turtle, yo, yo.
8:11 on the Nielson Show. Thank you very much for being here today. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio. The old Rat King back in town. Had to hit Turtle. Could be your sound of the day a little bit later on with the rap for William Huff. Nielsen Show today and every day brought to you by the crew over at Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson.
Whoa. Visit Weiss-Johnson.com today to book an estimate. 15% off any additional mechanical system done at the same time area if you get a new train furnace. Plus no interest for 24 months in that bad boy. Tanel had texted into the inbox and says, with the spicy foods not sitting well with LTE, what flavor of wings are you going to get tonight if you're going out for wing night?
Usually between the wife and I, we'll get 2 plates, so we'll probably get like a hot.
And a lemon pepper?
And a lemon pepper.
You do love lemon pepper.
Yeah, yeah. They do have a nice Cajun dry rub as well.
So you're going to dive into the hot wings, though, tonight? But your belly's all messed up, my man.
Should be fine by then.
You hope so.
Well.
You hope so.
I can't resist.
All right, we got kind of easy trivia coming up. We got 3 questions too many. We need some questions for 3 questions too many. Send them in 780-218-9999. Scalding Hot Takes. The mitt is up for grabs. GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast, Marmot Basin Snow Report, and the wrap for William Huff. Third hour of the show, the 8 o'clock hour, brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions, and Appraisals. Mention EST and you get 5% off anything new or used. And don't miss their monthly online auctions either. www.gdliquidators.com. They're Canadian-owned, Canadian-operated. Make them your first call, 780-447-2787, or pop by, snoop around. You'll like it. 14510 124th Ave. A little kind of easy trivia to get us going. We've hit 2 in a row. Trev's calling somebody right now. They're going to play for a gift certificate to Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual, baby. One of the best places ever. It's brought to you by Feast Mode at Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. Feast Mode has been activated. For just $39.99, you'll choose between the Emperor Caesar salad or the rustic onion soup. And then you'll add a 6-ounce sirloin with lobster butter or the grilled chicken surf combo. Feast Mode activated. Only at Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. Let's see if we can keep the streak going or if we have another idiot playing today. Trev, who'd you find for us today?
I found La Bamba Guy.
La Bamba Guy. You should know what's up.
La Bamba.
All right, let's go to La Bamba Guy today. La Bamba Guy, you ready to roll?
I sure am, yeah.
All right, here we go. Trev will start the ticker. I have to read the first question. Good luck. Who do the Edmonton Oilers play tonight?
The Rats, Florida.
How many cup finals have the Oilers lost to the Panthers?
Unfortunately, 2.
Name a goaltender on the Panthers.
Bob.
Which Kachuk brother plays for Florida?
Who cares?
What team does the other Kachuk brother play for?
Doesn't matter. He can't read on what's on his jersey anyway.
And Sergio Ramos gets a nipple erection.
Oh, is that dirty?
This is not just a dream, it's a wet dream of orgasmic proportions.
Oh, is that dirty?
Frustration sets in and the emotion goes out, and then you just start playing by yourself.
Oh, is that dirty?
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
Kind of easy trivia. Club beat loop. The boys are 3-0. La Bamba Guy gets us there. Had no time for Kachuk brother questions.
None. Nope, get her out of there.
None at all whatsoever. Maybe Matthew Kachuk tonight has to answer to one Max Jones.
Baby, I am missing you.
I want you by my side.
And I hope you'll miss me too.
Come back and stay.
I think about you every day.
I really want you to.
You swept my feet right off the ground. You're the love I found.
Back to Jones, going back to Jones, back to Jones, back to Jones. Get up now.
Wake up now.
Jones, going back to Jones, back to Jones, back to Jones. Wake up now.
Wake up now.
Trav, you listened to that full song yesterday for the first time in your life.
Yeah, I listened to it 3 times.
Did it change your life forever?
I think so. The first time I had it playing and I was dancing really close to Hernan.
Hernan must have loved that.
He was like, leave me alone. And then I listened to it on the drive home and then when I was making wings last night.
Oh, you were listening to that while you were making your 24 wings?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I was dancing too, man.
Were you? It's hard not to dance when you hear that song. Like, you got pretty sweet moves, Trev. I'll just say it.
Yeah, I was always the one on the dance floor on my friend group.
Of course you were.
They just point at me and laugh. Like, they're liking this, I think. But clearly making fun of me.
You are the best, buddy. All right. Portions of this hour brought to you by Hammer Injury Law. Serious injuries need a hammer. Rick Mallett of Hammer Injury Law has over 35 years of injury law experience. Don't face your insurance company alone. Contact them today for a free consultation to start your injury claim. Visit hammerinjurylaw.ca or call 1-855-98-HAMMER.
What?
1-855-98-HAMMER.
What?
1-855-98-HAMMER. Serious injuries need a hammer. hammerinjurylaw.ca. All right, let's get into 3 questions too many today. We are going to we're gonna dive into that. Thank you for everybody for sending in some questions. We'll get into those. Keep them coming if you want. Maybe there's better ones. Maybe you have a better question than some of the ones that we're about to get into. Lieutenant Eric, do you have a liner for the segment today?
3 questions too many, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer Principal Mitch Lewicki, where his bracket is already busted. Park Mazda dealer for life. It's that first 4 that gets him. Hey,
every
he gets
time.
A little too.
I never count the first 4. Let's just get these teams in and start today.
You got to wait till they're in, but it's here. Like you kind of like.
I didn't even notice it was there.
I didn't
even fill it out on my bracket.
Like he's got SMU going to the Elite 8. You know, like
that was a tough look. I did have Prairie View, who was a 3.5-point dog. I had them with the upset, but I was on SMU.
I think Texas is the one that I got them. I got Texas going to the Sweet 16.
What a run for Texas from the first 4 to the Sweet 16. Get your brackets in. The event officially gets rolling today. All right, question number 1. Do you guys think it would be smarter to sign Ingram to an extension before or after the playoffs? Dun, 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 dun.
After.
After?
Always after.
But what if he's amazing in the playoffs and it's cost you like $2 extra million?
There you go.
Well, that's that would be typical Oilers fashion, but no, I don't know. I'd still.
You know what you usually say, right?
Ignorance is bliss.
That's exactly.
That's
exactly
one of my that's one of my favorite sayings.
The thing is what if you sign him to a deal before and then he's a train wreck in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh man, what have we done? I think I'd still wait till after the playoffs.
Yeah, you gotta.
I mean, at this point, you can't be taking any risks with your goaltending, right? You've already done that, and it's backfired on you, at least to this point, with Tristan Jarry. You probably need to know if Ingram's going to give you good playoff goaltending before there's any sort of term commitment there. But once again, ignorance is bliss. So,
no Leon, no problem.
Also one of my
that was
favorite
that was one of the you came up with that one. That's pretty impressive.
That's what when they have Ingram in a room and they pass him and they just say no Leon, no problem.
That's what they say.
Not the ignorance one.
No, that's what they say. No Leon, no problem. Yeah. Bruins fan Chris says, "What if he turns out like every other goaltender Edmonton has, sign him to a big contract, turns out to actually be bleep?"
Yeah, well, what if?
That's why I would really like to see him in the playoffs, and then you determine what happens.
As Trevor said once, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, right?
Yeah,
we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
Is that a saying?
If ifs and buts were candies and nuts, it'd be Halloween 365 days of the year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the other part of that. You can just add whatever you want.
Whatever you want at the end. If ifs and buts were candy and nuts,
the ignorance would be bliss.
The sun always shines on a dog's ass.
Yeah.
I see, says the blind man.
Question number 2. Ooh, this is a tough one. Trev, get ready. You have to buckle up for this one. Is Evan Bouchard overrated or underrated in this market? Dun, 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 dun. Let's go. Give us your answers.
Man, that's tough.
780-218-9999. 780-218-9999 or over on YouTube. To be honest, I don't even want to answer this question. Because no matter what way I answer it, somebody could clip it, put it on Twitter, and be like, Nielsen's a hater. Yeah. Or Nielsen's a homer.
And you'll never call a game again.
There's no winning on this answer.
You recuse yourself.
This is tough.
Are you officially recused?
Is it recuse?
I don't know.
Or recluse?
Remiss.
I'm out.
Yeah, I think it's Gord. What is that? Mamer in the nasty chat. Overrated by Stoff, underrated by haters. Ooh. That's so true. Like,
I mean, that
people that like him,
Gord's words.
Yeah, that is. Like, people that like him, they overrate him way too much. But the people
Stoff's on this pushing Bush for Nor's campaign around North America.
Yeah.
Whereas some people think he's an absolute disaster and they should try to get rid of him.
Yeah, some people say he's the worst defenseman in the league, and there's nothing good about his game at all. He provides no value, which I disagree with both. Somewhere in the middle. I think he's. I don't want
our show to completely sit on the fence here, but I think he's underrated by some and overrated by others.
Yes,
I mean,
it's true.
It's probably somewhere in the middle where he is. He should be in Nor's conversation,
Yeah.
But am I going to sit here and be like, he has to win it? He has to win it. I'm also not going to be that guy.
No.
I think he should probably be a finalist.
I agree. Yeah, it's Boosh. Yeah, good old Boosh. Do you think he is a top 10 defenseman right now in the NHL?
He has, yes, right now, he's playing like it.
Yeah.
Right now, he's playing like it. If I was starting a franchise today and Connor McDavid wasn't on that team, there's probably 10 other defensemen that I might take ahead of Boosh.
And see, that's the thing. I agree with you, but that doesn't get you on Team Canada, right? Like it's...
Yeah.
And so there's people saying, no, he's not. He's absolutely not.
That's an easy thing to look at because well, he wasn't on Team Canada. How can he be the best defenseman in the league this year?
Yeah.
Well, I can also say Team Canada may have possibly made a mistake. I think they did make a mistake. I said at the time I thought he should be on the team, even if it was just as like the 7 guy who could slide in and play. Greg in the Grove texts in and says, I think he's underrated. That's what we do in Edmonton with our good D. Eventually, Rashog will just run him out of town. Here's one. It says, all points aside, Bouchard's a plug, man. He's a defensive liability. The guy plays like a little you-know-what on the ice. He doesn't take the body. He's scared when somebody gets close to take his body. He's useless. You can tell I do not like Bouchard.
He called him effing useless.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to clean that up.
Clean up the text.
Yeah, as I see now, I think that's the one thing. Actually, you know what drives me the most crazy about Bouch? Offensively, I mean, I might be getting 2 homers here. Offensively, he's near perfect. Like, he's a savant offensively. He really is. And I think his positioning defensively and his high offensive IQ has started to trickle down to the defensive side of the game as well, which is a positive. But I hate how he does not engage in front of his own net. Like, there's been too many times this year where a guy's just wide open and Bouch is standing right next to him in front of the net.
But
like,
it's
not
a defensive thing, though.
Underrated by some, overrated by others. He probably lands in the middle of that conversation. So,
Splitty Rooney says Schrodinger's cat.
Exactly. Why didn't we just say that right off the top? Schrodinger's cat. Huge ass is in. I think whoever wins Defenseman of the Year should know how to play defense. It's in his job title. Bouchard does things offensively that very, very few can do, but he's terrible in his own end. He's not a defenseman. He's an offenseman.
I see what he did there.
RCN says anyone who thinks he's a plug is a moron. And yada, yada, yada. Here we go.
See, there it is.
Like, we can have this stupid conversation every single morning for 3 hours. And the haters are never going to win over the lovers, and the lovers are never going to win over the haters. What you need to do is just sit on a nice little perch on a fence like us.
Recuse.
Yes, all 3 of us. It's a triple recusing. Question number 3. Guys, what is this most expensive thing you've ever stolen? I was talking about bulk candies when I was working night shift at Save-On. Somebody was asking, did I put my hand in the bin and then just put them in the pocket? No, I used a little silver shovel
pocket.
and I scooped it in the pocket because it would come off very smoothly straight into the pocket. But the most expensive thing I've ever stolen. Oh, can I say a woman's heart?
Priceless.
I don't know. I mean, I don't steal I don't steal things.
Changing 200.
I stole Connor McDavid in a trade in the Juan Rincon Hockey League a few years back.
Oh, that's an interesting way
That's
to frame it.
actually
Yeah,
led to
yeah.
me winning thousands of dollars.
High theft there.
So that's a big one. I traded the War Pig and PK Subban for him.
Theft under 1,000.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think I've even stolen a DVD or anything.
I stole
Here we go.
a few Bakugans when I was a kid.
What's a Bakugan, buddy?
I might have brought this
Is this
up
the thing
once.
you put in you spin it and then it
little
spins
ball.
in the...
No, those are Beyblades. A little ball. You put it on a magnet and then it turns into form. It's
What?
21 Jump Street. You know, when the nerds, Channing Tatum, what are you guys doing in here? And the nerds, he's like, we're just playing with our Bakugans.
I like the movie, but I don't get the reference.
Can I bring in a Bakugan tomorrow?
I would love to see a Bakugan. You still have them.
Hundreds.
You have hundreds of Bakugans?
Yeah.
You stole them all?
No, I probably stole like 2 or 3.
Isn't that what they say in Pokemon? Steal them all?
Catch them all.
Something like that.
Catch them all. Yeah. Okay. My bad. I don't understand Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Rick, you're pretty quiet over there. What's the most expensive thing you ever
No,
stolen? Did you ever steal a bike? Has anybody stolen a bike from somebody else before?
I've had a bike stolen multiple times.
Yeah, me too.
I've been a victim of theft. Being a victim of theft sucks.
That does suck.
That is the worst. You'll never get your justice. You'll never find the thief. I mean, if you do, then you got to let the justice system take care of it. And we're not going down that road. Well, when I worked at Co-op, I would pinch a pomegranate juice, and those aren't cheap. They're like $10.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but again, this was the agreement that if you're working
the only
at the
person
store,
ever that stole a pomegranate juice.
they're delicious. They were good for the gut. And you know, like,
But it's different if you're
I'm
working
not
at a
going to
grocery
go
store.
buy one.
Yeah.
So it is.
Somebody else texted in and said, when I used to work at a grocery store, the produce and the bulk departments kind of had an understanding that the produce department would leave out certain little things and the bulk department would leave out certain little things.
We used to have meals like produce. Grocery would come over. They'd supply the butter, the salt, the pepper, and all that. We would do corn on the cob on the shrink wrap heater.
Oh, that's
we'd
great.
make like it was just we'd have a buffet of.
Is there anything more satisfying than shrink wrapping something in the produce department at a grocery store?
Well, cooking the corn on the cob on that shrink wrap heat pad worked wonders. But you got to know your product, right?
That's true.
Yeah, like you got to test. How's the corn today? Good. I just had a cob in the back.
Here's probably the most expensive thing I've ever stole. Hans Shorkoff nailed it. Reid Wilkins.
That's a text. You might be off to Royal Pizza. Then,
That's a hot take.
Yeah.
Chet is still trying to get me arrested for that one. Just kidding. Well, yeah, maybe they would. All right. That was fun. 3 questions was fun. Great. Hans Shorkoff, that's a good text.
Yeah.
That's a good text.
Very creative.
Yeah, that is funny. And it's kind of true. All right, we got Scalding Hot Takes on the way. We're going to try to steal that mitt from old Lieutenant
I've
Eric.
had it for like somebody come and get it.
I've had it forever.
Kind of sick and tired. I'm not going to win today because it is one of those days where I've had it for
You're playing to the judge right now.
Well, I mean,
I know what you're doing.
Let's be honest.
Come
here.
on, man.
Let's
I
be
know what
honest.
you're
I'm not
doing. I
getting
know
it
what you're
again.
doing right now. Oh my God. That's pretty sketchy. All right, if you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, don't go anywhere. Great segment, Scalding Hot Takes, coming up here just after 8:30. You got a couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update, then you are back with us. If you're on YouTube or TuneIn or iHeart today, if you're on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up for us. Where are we at here? Changing 200, Trev. I think that's nice.
Changing 200.
We've got a sports update brought to you by the Edmonton Sports Talk Bids for Kids event, presented by GS Construction in support of kids sport. Join Gene Principe, Mark Connolly, myself, probably Reid Wilkins, among others, on Tuesday, April 14th from 5:30 to 9. It's a live hot stove, a delicious buffet, silent auction. Kavis Reed might be there. Yeah. Get your tickets today. www.kidsportbidsforkids. Kidsportbidsforkids with the number 4.com. EST Bids is the code to get you 10% off those tickets. Here's the update.
Game day as the Oilers welcome in the Panthers, looking to make it 3 straight wins. Join Tom Gazzola for the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows here on EST. Coverage gets underway at 6. It's one of 11 games around the NHL tonight. Action from last night, so the Stars defeat the Avs 2-1 in a shootout. Calgary over St. Louis also 2-1 in a shootout. Ducks fall in overtime 3-2 to the Flyers. Ottawa lose in Washington 4-1 to the Caps. Carolina victorious in overtime 6-5 against the Penguins. And the Devils would double up the Rangers by a score of 6-3. Final week of regular season action for the Oil Kings as they would defeat the Hitmen last night 5-1 down at Rogers Place. They're back on the ice tomorrow down in Lethbridge and will wrap up the regular season Sunday at home to the Hitmen. Final week of Grapefruit League action for the Jays. They lost 3-2 to the Orioles yesterday. They're back on the diamond later this morning, 11:07 against the Yankees. Raptors 139, Bulls 109 last night in NBA action. Raps are back on the court tomorrow in Denver. The Lakers visit the Heat tonight in one of 8 games. 16 games dot the opening round for March Madness. Action gets underway this morning at 10:15 as Ohio State take on TCU. Kerry Anderson's Team Canada rink with a pair of wins over Turkey and Scotland yesterday as they improved to 7-1 and move into a tie for first place. They will play 2 more games later today, 9 o'clock this morning against South Korea, and later tonight at 7 up against Norway. Opening round action from the Valspar Championship is underway. 7 Canadians in the field. Taking a quick look at the leaderboard, Corey Connors in a tie for second now as he's 3 under through 9. Sports Update is brought to you by Edmonton Sports Talk Bids for Kids event presented by GS Construction in support of kids sport. Join Gene Principe, Mark Conley, Dustin Nielsen, among others, Tuesday, April 14th, 5:30 to 9 for a live hot stove, delicious buffet, silent auction, and more. Get your tickets today, www.kidsportbidsforkids4.com.
Man with chops upon his face.
He is big and strong and finally found his place.
Most players look at him with terror and with fear.
But to Oiler fans, their eyes he brings a tear. He can skate about 100 miles per hour, full of anger and fire. But he's also got the hands and power that a fan base desires. Cassian shot the puck and it went in. He scored a goal, so we'll play the song. Cassian, he's missing teeth when he grins. He'll beat you up if you do him wrong.
Was a drafted man in the first round long ago.
He went to Vancouver from Buffalo.
He landed with the Habs, but never played a game.
His career got on track, went to Edmonton he came. The Oilers got him in a trade for Scrivens. Now he's a leader of the pack. When it comes to casseroles are given, show your rack for Zach.
8:35. It is the Nielson Show on a game day. Edmonton Oilers, Florida Panthers tonight. We got a GCL Diesel orange and blue breakfast on the way as well. Paige Leafs fan coming in hot in the chat today. Talked about how we were talking about like the most expensive thing you ever stole. Paige Leafs fan said that I would steal packs of hockey cards by putting them in a Slurpee cup and then covering up the Slurpee. And the wrapper didn't damage the cards. So that the wrapper, well, that's a pretty good scam you were running there. And that's pretty much foolproof unless somebody sees you.
It's pretty effective with chocolate bars as well.
How would you know that, Trev?
I don't know. I saw one of my friends do it.
You're a thief.
No.
Now he admits it.
No. Very
interesting. Very interesting, Trev. Hey, Trev, guess what? You're fired. Just kidding. All right. We're going to do some scalding hot takes here with the one and only Joaquin Gage. He'll be in. We got 2 guys and a goalie today, and EST afternoons, obviously, with Gager and Hernan Salas. Lieutenant Eric is the defending champion. Trev, you want to throw up the scalding hot takes thing, too? Brought to you by the Greater St. Albert Catholic Schools District Sports Academy for student athletes who want to elevate their game. Baseball Academy is delivered in partnership with Absolute Human Performance, one of Alberta's leading athletic performance centers, focusing on individualized training that helps players throw harder, swing faster, and move better on the field. Learn more about the Baseball Academy at the GSACRD online, gsacrd.ab.ca. If you got a young ball player in the family, this could be something that you probably should be taking a look at. gsacrd.ab.ca for the Baseball Academy with the Greater St. Albert Catholic School District. All right, let's bring in Joaquin Gage today. Gager, happy Thursday morning. Were you a big thief back in the day? Did you used to put chocolate bars and Slurpees and steal them?
No.
Not even in the mean streets of Kitsilano.
No, I had other people steal for me back then.
You were running the gang. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good. None of that can get back to you. Got to keep it clean.
Yeah.
All right. So Eric's had the mitt for quite some time.
Yeah.
And he says there's no way he's going to win it today.
No. Well, really?
You will go first, Rick. I will go second. Trev, big hammer for you today, buddy. You don't want to waste this.
Hammer.
It's pretty important.
Yeah,
you could really use it. I think you're in a mood where you need the mitt today, buddy.
Need the mitt.
Your confidence level looks like it sucks right now.
I haven't won the mitt all year, Dusty.
Yes, you have.
No.
You haven't had the mitt since the calendar turned to 2026. You're a liar.
I don't think I've touched that mitt all year.
What? All right. Well, Gage, are you ready to go, buddy?
Let's do this.
All right, here we go. Rick, you take us away. Trev, hit it. Let's do it. Here we go.
Time now for Scalding Hot Takes.
At this point, I wouldn't trust Tristan Jarry to start my microwave.
Hot take alert.
Matt Savoy is playing with so much confidence right now, he'd eat ice cream in front of Dallas Aikens.
That's a hot take.
Matthias Janmark is like YouTube Trev in hot takes. Always in the lineup and absolutely nothing to show for it.
Careful. That take's hot.
Evan Bouchard could win the Norris, but he'd be blissfully unaware that he ever did.
The hottest of takes.
Max Jones is 1 goal away from a no movement clause.
Wow, scalding hot take.
I hope in Spider-Man A New Day, Peter Parker can shoot webs from his butt.
Hot take alert.
Tristan Jarry couldn't steal from a blind man.
That's a hot take.
Max Verstappen doesn't like the new Mario Kart cars because he's Toad.
Careful, that take's hot.
Jack Hughes, more like, Jack, who's going to give me my puck?
The hottest of takes.
The United States will use Jack Hughes' puck as a pretext to invade Canada.
Wow, scalding hot take.
The chin strap is the Connor McDavid of facial hairstyles. It looks amazing, but sometimes struggles to finish the job.
Hot take alert.
I think Darnell Nurse would be a great security guard. Just stand there and do nothing.
That's a hot take.
Stan Bowen would still overpay at Goodwill.
Careful, that take's hot.
Jarry doesn't care about people taking shots at his practice habits. They all just fly right by.
The hottest of takes.
Stoff would be a better cheerleader than GM for the Oilers, and he would be a terrible cheerleader.
Wow, scalding hot take.
Boy. Now Stoff's going to call me and say something about you, Trev. Thanks, man. That's awesome news. All right, Gager, what say you, buddy? Where are we going with this thing?
Well, it looks like the streak is over. And for 2026, Trev, you get the mitt.
Hey,
oh my God.
It's the nurse take.
Oh my God. It must actually, the nurse take was really good. Gager, is that what it was? Was it the nurse take? Is that what you like?
I am a supreme nerd. I did like the Spider-Man take. It resonated with me a little bit, but the nurse take was good.
Thank you.
Gager, you mentioned a nerd, the Spider-Man take. What did you think of the trailer that dropped yesterday?
Well, Trev and I were actually discussing this yesterday. This is getting into the lore of Spider-Man, where he's not just a superhero, he's a supernatural being, so to speak. So this is, I think what they're doing is really setting it up for Secret Wars, because Spider-Man becomes kind of like the leader. Like he becomes the guy that leads the Avengers at that point, I think.
Really?
If I remember correctly. Yeah. So it looked amazing. Anyways,
Tom Holland looked jacked.
Oh my God!
That one. Do you think that one image when he was hanging without his shirt on? Do you think that was like AI'd up a bit because he had like an 8-pack? It was ridiculous.
It's crazy. How lucky is Zendaya?
Yeah, think about that. We're saying that about Zendaya. How lucky is she?
I can't believe it.
To be with Tommy Holland.
Yeah,
it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, but the whole organic webbing now, and it's really cool. Really cool.
I'm interested to see how much of this leads into Doomsday. And when he went and saw Bruce Banner, and Banner was like, "Who are you?" I think that was my favorite part of the whole trailer.
Awesome. Hey, I think even Trev, he might have even said that we should go together to that movie. And so,
can I come with you guys?
I'll have to bring my son too, but he can drink, so we can all have beers.
You know what? You bring your son and I'll bring my work stuff. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a good time. When does that come out? July something?
Yeah.
End of July, I think. I don't know why I looked at you.
I don't know what you're talking about here. Sure.
Spider-Man, brand
July,
new day.
Yeah, July 2.
It's
Yeah.
going to be good. All right, man. Gager, we'll see you around here a little bit later on.
Later.
All right, there you go. That's Walking Gage. If Gager's still listening, oh man, he got off that line quick.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still listening. One thing I want to get into with Gager today is why have goaltender save percentages plummeted so much over the last 8 years? Like now we're sitting here going, yeah, if you can get to 9, that's really good. Whereas for the longest time, 9 was like bottom of the barrel.
Offensive game.
That's what I'm like. Is it goalies or is it just players and their skill level and the equipment?
I'd go in the latter.
You think so? Well, that's why we'll get into it on Two Guys and a Goalie today with Walking Gage. So, Gager, start prepping for that if you're still listening.
A little bit of, quickly on that. Saw a stat the other day. Power plays have had a significant increase over the last 10 years, but specifically the last 5 years. Not only power plays, but power play goals. Like this year, I'll have to.
Are you saying some more power plays and then more power play goals as well?
A lot more.
Huh.
Yeah, like it took
that would. That would make sense.
A huge jump, like 50% in the last 10 years for power play goals. Like it was crazy. I watched a video on it.
So the Oilers power play is single-handedly bringing down NHL save percentages.
Their power play,
it's been the best power play for 5 years, definitely. Right? So. All right, well, let's continue with this Oilers conversation. Let's dive into your GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast, setting up a Stanley Cup final rematch. And by the way, if you want more on the Spider-Man trailer, Mark Mageau is in on the hangout today. He hosts the MCTV podcast with Corey Graham. You can hear it here on evenings on Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm sure Maj will want to dive into that a little bit.
He's also watched Begonia.
I am going to. You know what? I fully respect your opinion on Begonia.
It's a soft push,
but I'm going to let Mageau convince me for sure. All right, it's the GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast, brought to you by GCL Diesel. They're providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They're the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton in the northern Alberta area for over 50 years. Those guys, you know what they are? Absolute beauties at GCL Diesel. Oilers and Panthers tonight. We do have our early bird bet up. If you do want to dive in on that today, I'll give you a little bit of a recap of that. Of course, all of Edmonton Sports Talk all day long from 6 till 6. We got pre and post game tonight as well. Brought to you by Play Alberta. Casino, sports, lottery, all in one app. Download the Play Alberta app today. Click on EST specials. Oilers to win. McDavid 2 points. Bush assist. Hyman 2 shots. Plus 245. I'm not going to say it's an automatic. And make sure you use your game sense when you're getting on this.
But you're going to say it's
But I will say I like it a lot. I think it's going to be pretty good. All right. As for your projected line combinations for tonight's hockey game, let's start with the visitors, the defending champs. Mm-hmm. There's a little note here on Sam Bennett. Mm-hmm. Eric will have more on this coming up. But last time we saw the Florida Panthers, or anybody saw the Florida Panthers, it was Bennett with Tkachuk and Verhaeghe, Lundell, who I do like, Samoskevich and Boquist were on his wings, Noshik with Greer and Reinhart, Kunin with Hinostroza and Nolan Foote, and then on the back end, Forsling and Ekblad, Kulikov, Seth Jones, Sebrango, and Mike Benning on the back end. As for the Edmonton Oilers, have to like what you saw last time out, I think. McDavid between Hyman and Matty Savoy. Dickinson with Roslovic and the Nuge. Szymanski between Kapanen and Podkolzin, and Henrique with Frederick and Max Jones.
Baby, I'm missing you. I want you by my side, and I hope you'll miss me too.
Don't make it say
I think about you every day.
I really want you to.
You set my feet right off the ground. You're the love I found.
He's Max Jones. He is Max Jones. Ekholm, Bush, Nurse, Murphy, Wallman, and Stastny. As for list of guys who aren't tough enough to play hockey tonight, take a deep breath, Rick. What do you got?
Yeah, well, exactly. The Oilers, Janmark, Doc, both IR'd, Lazar out, Emberson day-to-day, and Draisaitl out as well. For the Florida Panthers, and you mentioned that little link next to Sam Bennett. You click on the link, and it says he will rejoin Florida's lineup versus Vancouver on Tuesday. Today is Thursday, if you are following along. He did get a goal and just shy of 20 minutes of ice on Tuesday in their loss in Vancouver. So probably good for Bennett there. But the rest of the Panthers, Alexander Barkov, Cole Schwindt, Yona Gatchevich, Brad Marchand, Sam Reinhart, Nico Mikkola, Eetu Listerainen, and Evan Rodriguez.
So they're missing a few bodies, I guess is what you're saying.
There is there's a pretty good line there that you could. Reinhart's day-to-day, Mikkola's day-to-day, Rodriguez is day-to-day, Lusterainen's day-to-day, and Schwint, Barkov, Gadjevich, and Marchand all on the IR.
All right, what's your key to a victory tonight then?
Don't play down to the grease and let talent overcome.
Oh, so don't get sucked in.
There's no need. There's no need. There's no need. You're playing still to lock up a playoff. So I mean, okay.
Thank you for the power play very much.
Yeah. Well, where's this? Did you see D-Rock's text? More like the Oilers PK bringing down the league.
That was kind of funny too.
Yeah. I don't know if you got that.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't get sucked into the game that probably the Panthers at this stage of their season might be bringing to the table tonight. And, going over to play Alberta and looking at your early bird play of the day, I mean, just let the talent shine through. It's a banged up Panthers team. Obviously, the Oilers are missing some bodies as well. But yeah, let the talent do the work and don't get sucked into the griminess.
Florida Panthers, here's their last 10. This is the third game of a road trip. They lost by 4 to the Kraken and lost by 3 to the Canucks.
Mm-hmm.
My God. Prior to that, they'd beaten Columbus and then 2 in a row against Detroit. But prior to that, they lost 4 in a row to the Blue Jackets, Devils, Islanders, and Sabres after beating the Toronto Maple Leafs 5-1. So they've got 4 wins in their last 10. They're 4-6 in their last 10. The Edmonton Oilers have won 4 of their last 6, have points in 5 of their last 6, and of course are looking for another one of those rare 3-game win streaks.
Both teams 3 wins in their last 5.
So it's even. Here's my game day prediction, man. I'm going to say the Edmonton Oilers win by at least 2 goals tonight.
Sure.
Right, the Kraken pumped these guys. The Canucks beat them by 3. I think the Edmonton Oilers will win by at least 2 goals tonight. So if you want to play them over at Play Alberta on the -1.5, if you want to get them on the old puck line, -1.5 is actually +143, which is a pretty nice number. And I hope the Oilers can build on what we saw them do for most of the game, but specifically the third period against the San Jose Sharks. Trev, what's your fifth? You're just over there dancing still. There's no music playing, but you're dancing over there.
Can't stop thinking about this.
What do you think about tonight?
Oh, I think it's going to be heavy. A heavy 60 minutes. And I think, it's going to be very similar to how last year's playoffs were. I think that the Panthers are going to absolutely bring it. But the one thing from last game against the Sharks that I just would really, really like to see, and I think they're going to stick with it, is just roll the lines. Keep them going. I loved the minutes. And it was awfully similar to the last time Draisaitl was out when they got 2 shutouts and they were just rolling the lines. Rolling the lines. And so as much as, I didn't really have much of a take or too much time to talk about it, but I don't, obviously you want Leon in, but I just love the minute distribution that Knobloch has when Draisaitl's out. I wish he would go to that more. And that's what we're going to see tonight. And I like it. It's a recipe for success. At least that's what we've seen. So, and you're going to need that too. You're going to need the third and fourth line. I'm expecting big games from the big guys, not, the McDavids, but the Joneses of the world, the Dickinsons. So I'm really, really looking forward.
We could use a good Friday vibe tomorrow.
Yes,
can you imagine?
Just terrific.
God, just setting the tone on a Friday show. Vibes at an all-time high. Let's do it.
Yes, more Jones, baby. More Jones.
That's what you want.
When he got sent down in December, I was butthurt about it, and he's back, and he's looking pretty solid. So maybe a little bit, more minutes from him, maybe another goal. I don't know, but he's going to have an impact.
All right, let's get to your Marmot Basin Snow Report. That's your GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast.
So stoked. I don't even, winter's here. This is the first time we've been up. I'm stoked. You stoked?
Stoked.
Dude, stoked.
Yes.
I mean, it came down last night, a good 5 inches?
Last night, I think so. Something like that, and a couple feet the day before.
We've got a 5-foot base with 5 inches of freshie on top.
16 centimeters of new snow this week already up at Marmot. More snow forecast in the next couple of days. Cooler temperatures supposed to return after today, and things have remained cool at the upper mountain all week. The storm is supposed to continue for another week and keep on bringing the snow. Some of the gated expert terrain will be delayed in opening, at least today, but will open as soon as the safety teams ensure it is ready because of all the snow. Marmot Basin Rail Jam is taking place this Saturday. Participants can register online or show up day of. Lots of amazing prizes. A DJ will be getting the atmosphere going mid-mountain during the event. Check out the website for all of the details. That website, once again, skimarmot.com. It's the Marmot Basin Rail Jam. It's your Marmot Basin Snow Report.
By here.
Dude, I thought I hit the post.
Yeah, you were.
I was extending it. I was pushing through.
You're a couple bars behind you. Yeah. Yesterday was so perfect.
I know.
Oh, boy. I don't think you can replicate that type of performance.
Hey, you can't hit a home run every time at the plate.
You're chasing fumes now.
All right, let's get into the wrap for William Huff. If you want your place to look as sweet as ours does, WilliamHuff.com. Bruce and the Dream Team over there, they've been doing it since 1952. That was like before color television. These guys have been wrapping things. So if you need to take your company to another level, WilliamHuff.com will get it done for you. What did we learn today, boys?
Corey Connors leading the pack, 5 under through 10 at the Valspar.
He was one of my outrights yesterday on the lock shop.
Love it.
I got him at 27-1.
Love it. Early days, but
great start.
Encouraging.
Though.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good. And he's also in our 3-man top 20. Koepka, Vic, and Connors.
Okay.
So fingers crossed. Let's keep it rolling. Nice work. Nice work. Trev, what'd you learn today, buddy?
I'm taking away a lot, including this mitt.
You did win the mitt, my man.
I don't know if I deserve it, but whatever. I'll take it.
Some people say stealing it.
Yeah, stealing it. I stole the mitt. Ignorance is bliss. Don't necessarily know what it means, but that's a good saying, I guess.
Candy nuts.
Candy and nuts. Spicy innards. Security guards.
So many different things, yeah. What a show today. Boosh. Overrated and underrated.
Both
nothing you've ever seen.
Yeah.
I learned that Lieutenant Eric and I have the same Final Four.
Isn't that something?
For March Madness. And we didn't even sit side by side filling out our brackets.
Duke, Arizona, Houston, Michigan. But you have Duke winning it, and who's the championship?
Duke, Michigan.
Okay, yeah, Houston, Michigan.
All right. And then you've got Houston winning it or Michigan? Michigan. And I've got so we get to spot here where if Duke is playing Michigan in the final, one of us is going to be crowned all-time champion.
Well, that'll be fun.
That'll be kind of neat. One of us will know it all. So that's kind of nice. All right, let's get to your sound of the day today. The Rat King back in town. Might as well hit this bad boy up one more time, eh?
He's just a forward named Matt who plays for the Flames. A punk or a coward, a few of his names. He likes shooting and scoring and hits in the back. And when you're not looking, that's when he'll attack. He runs with his gloves, they're glued on his hands. Now it's pretty clear he's hated by fans. But sometimes that just ain't enough to keep a rat like him interested. Oh no, no way. No, he's got to go out and take runs at someone else's expense. Oh yeah, yeah. He makes dirty hits we don't want in the game, then covers up his head and hides in shame. He's a turtle. 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 He aims for your back and then leaves his feet, while George and the league are saying, hey, that's sure neat. He's a turtle. 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 He ducks and he runs to much safer spaces, while players with a sack are getting punched in their faces. He's a turtle. He's a turtle. He's a turtle. He's a turtle. song with Dowdy and Cassian singing along. Maybe he'll find it and prove us all wrong. Nah, he's a turtle. He's a turtle. He's a turtle. He's a turtle. He's a turtle.
That's the Matthew Tkachuk turtle song. I'm sure he'll do something absolutely ridiculous in the hockey game tonight because that's who he is
and what he does.
Let's get to your Royal Pizza text of the day. Still making it great with the best and freshest ingredients. You'll find top-notch service for over 55 years. Order online today, royalpizza.ca, or visit one of their 14 locations in the Edmonton area. And available now, limited time only, the spicy vegetarian. You should go have one today, Rick.
Just a regular for me, please.
Oh, that is
Royal Pizza, still making it great.
We were talking about what we were asked, what's the most expensive thing we ever stole? And Hans Shorkoff came in with the best answer.
Pretty crafty.
We stole Reid Wilkins. That's the most expensive thing we ever stole. And it's worked out extremely well.
You took a big scoop and you put them in your pocket.
Yeah, well, what happened was I went over to Ched and Reid was walking out one day and I pulled up old school style in a blue van.
Yeah.
And I kidnapped him. And I looked at Soph and said, if you tell anybody about this, we'll effing kill him. And then we drove away.
Yeah.
And that was it.
And he hopped willfully into the van.
Yeah. He was like, oh, no, please don't take me.
No.
But he had his fingers crossed the whole time because he was ready to go.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Hans Shorkoff, congratulations, buddy. You've won the Royal Pizza text of the day. Fun continues all day long. We're going to get you back to some classic rock on 95. So what do we got there? What are you seeing? Who do we got?
Tom Cochran.
Tommy Cochran coming up next on 95.7. But if you want entertaining sports talk the rest of the day, well, you'll find none better than what we're laying out here the rest of the day for you on Edmonton Sports Talk. Mark Majot, Paul Sir as well.
That's what I hear, yeah.
Okay, Mark Majot and Paul Sir in on the hangout with Matty Iwana today. That should be a beauty. I'll be back with the Lock Shop at 11. Two guys in the goalie with myself and Gager at noon today. EST afternoons from 1 until 3. The Reid Wilkins show starts at 3 o'clock today, goes until 6. And then obviously pre- and post-game today as well. There goes that man. Lieutenant Eric gone a little bit early. Stomach's been a little upset throughout the day. Poor guy. All right, for YouTube, Trev, Lieutenant Eric, I'm Dustin Nielsen. I'll talk to you at 11 on the Lock Shop. Take it easy.